Hello and welcome to Deft and Dorky. We're going to play some Dungeons and Dragons.
Some bunions and flagons.
Some Bilbo and Baggins.
You know, I always kind of thought that Pathfinder was just like D&D 3.5, but it's like worse. Or maybe I just I remember D&D 3.5 in a better light.
I think that's because I always looked back on 3.5 like with positive memories.
Yeah.
And
maybe it's just not good.
it's that nostalgia thing.
Yeah, it's that
goggles.
rose-tinted goggles. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like 3.5 was the best. You could be anything. I love 3.5. Oh my god, you could do anything in 3.5. And now I'm playing Pathfinder.
I had this character that had 8 shots and I would mow everything down. Yeah, all the good memories.
Yeah. You just remember the highlights. You don't remember that it was a nightmare to play. Your rules have a rule for your rules, like everything.
All right,
Yep.
so
It was a lot of freedom if you had a doctorate in D&D.
last time, you guys, what did you do last time? You made your way over towards the Empire. You stopped on the way to drop off some spiders to Teona, and then as you went towards the Empire, you decided to backtrack a day or two to go check out Rockholm and see about if they knew what was going on with the outpost, because it was unmanned. They told you that they had fallen back to Wayfield on both fronts, so they could just protect the one instead of having a smaller force way outside the actual city or town. So you went and talked to a friend of Melmore's who told you that they had done that, and between the conversation you had with them, you kind of both surmised that war could be coming, and Melmore's friend was particularly worried about that since the Underdark and the Empire are separated by the Thondrian Kingdom. After that, you went to Wayfield. You had a bit of a chat with the guards there who followed you through town as you walked through. Told them you're going to Nula. You went west and then broke off the road. Met the tigers that you had once freed from the circus. Had an encounter with some angry plants. And you had just made it up the mountain onto the road and then back down the road a little bit to DeFord, where you are walking up to a guard. Beak is a spider on Sarah's shoulder. And the guard has basically just said, "Hey, I don't recognize you."
Side note, is that a new background, Ray?
Yeah, it is, actually.
I like it.
Surprised you noticed. Everybody else is like, it looks like your old one.
It's got waterfalls, it's got green.
I noticed because you told me about it like a week ago.
The last one
Yeah.
was a castle. You didn't have it last week, did you?
No, I got it. Actually, I got it the day after our last stream, so I just put it up. So yeah, this one's kind of like in a cave, looking out, kind of thing.
I have a new background from last.
You got some light bleeding through.
Yeah, that's just the light around, so that way people can see me. Although it's not as necessary because it's still morning.
And still not a green screen. It's an actual.
Look, I can touch it.
I can touch it.
Not
You
a
can
green
touch
screen.
green
I can
screen,
touch
too.
the
I can
water.
touch my green.
I can put my arms all the way out, and it's still in my camera. It won't disappear.
You need to iron that thing. Both of you guys need to iron your backgrounds.
Right, it does need to be ironed. Green screen, it don't matter. Though,
Michael,
because
you especially. It's harder to see Ray's lack of ironing.
you can't actually. Yeah, I don't think you can see it in the actual stream on Twitch or whatever though.
Oh, maybe not on Twitch. I can just see that one fold.
You can
right
see it
there.
in Discord.
And I can see that
I'm
it's
going
not
with the
on
approach of they'll just fall out. It's been there for a couple of years now, so I figure in a couple more years.
On a green
Fallout.
It'll fall out.
The thing is on a green
The
screen, it
folds,
don't
they'll
matter.
just spread out,
Oh,
and it'll be
it
fine.
matters. I spent hours trying to get this thing just set just right because of these dang wrinkles.
Oh, really? Does it mess up
That's what
your
an iron
green
does.
background?
I don't own an iron. What am I? A 40-year-old? No. I got 3 years.
quite yet.
Isaac's real close, right, Isaac?
I am about 6 months closer than Michael. Yes.
Old geezer up there.
I'm well past
Practically dead.
that.
Well, what's your excuse?
guys are all-
You should own an iron, apparently.
I do have an iron. I just
Yeah,
never got
I
an
have
iron.
an
one.
iron. It even has one of those steam ones.
We own an
I
iron.
do have an iron. I'm just too lazy to use it.
When we made our registry when we got married,
Yeah.
we just went through Bed Bath and Beyond, and we didn't pay attention to money because it was a registry, and so we just went and that's cool, beep, that's cool, beep, and I think the iron we picked out was like $150 iron or something.
Dang.
My brother pointed that to me.
You wanted the most ballin' iron on earth.
I don't know what the difference with an iron.
I have this gold-plated iron that's powered by fusion. It literally never dies. My iron has a half-life of the universe.
All right.
I'm
So
telling you, 20-minute podcast before every episode.
it's what happens anyway.
Yeah, I know. It's great. There's
see
Skylar in the background
an
of
animal.
Joe's stream. Oh, is it an animal?
No, he's just petting the dude's pecs.
I can't see. He might be. Skylar's got some impressive pecs.
give your pecs some scritches. Scritch 'em.
Ooh, the pecs are nice. Can I scritch them? Did Skylar get a new dog? New doggo?
It's a little dog. It looks like a bat.
He's black, so it's hard to see.
Yeah, that's why it
there
looks
he
like a
is.
bat.
Look at that. That's a little puppy doggo.
Yep. And there's the back of
If
Joe's
Joe
head.
didn't keep it as dark as a dungeon in his room, we could see
He's
the
playing
dog.
Dungeons and Dragons. It's gotta have a dungeon.
We haven't been in a dungeon yet in either campaign.
Nor
Oh
have
no,
I
I guess
fought-
we were in Michael's once.
Nor have I ever fought a dragon. I think you guys has seen a dragon. But you guys
We-
never
You fought a dragon in the beginner thing we did, right?
No.
Everyone fights
Joe-
a dragon in the
Joe
beginner.
fought a dragon in our campaign and ran away while everybody else was running away.
Yep. It did.
Yeah, that's right. We did fight a dragon, but that wasn't in D&D. That was different.
Oh yeah, that's right. We fought a dragon as skeletons. In Tahoe.
Oh yeah.
And Q bit the dragon's tongue for like several rounds. It was great.
Was that the one where Q was going ham?
Yeah.
Going ham.
Going ham. Yeah,
I jump on
heard
his
the-
back and stab it.
Speaking of
I
speaking of
heard
the 40-year-olds.
I heard the story of Q going ballistic in D&D. That was pretty good.
It was great.
I slit his throat.
To
Anyway.
be honest, I wasn't expecting anything from that.
Well, now you know better.
Yeah.
She's relentless.
Yeah, she'll pick up a stick and cut your throat with it.
So no, yeah, you guys are you kind of up the mountain a little bit and found the road which hooks back around to lead into DeFord. You walked down that road a little bit and then the guard at the entrance has stopped you and said, I don't know you.
I'm gonna wave my
Oh, we
hand and
already
go,
did this.
these aren't the droids you're looking for.
What's a droid?
Well, hello there. Hello there.
I have the high ground, so I win.
Is that like a hemorrhoid?
No, I'll just go. We're emissaries from the monastery in Jarenholm with Lathander.
Haven't we already done this?
We did like a second of it, but the internet was cutting out, so I couldn't catch all of it. So
Yeah.
that's where we'll start. He says, "What's your business here?"
No, just know
we
we
just-
convinced him and we're leaving.
We're just looking to restock on our provisions on our journey, and maybe spread the word a little bit about our religion.
You've come a long way just to restock and spread.
Oh, we're going around the empire. We're going onto the ocean later. We're going all over the world.
He's really selling this.
All over the world, huh? just the one general store if you need supplies. I wouldn't
Is it
recommend.
okay if we go in?
So I wouldn't recommend staying around too long with them. He sort of nods to Melmore and Galahad.
I'm a perfectly normal guy. I'm just a young kid.
We definitely understand. We'll be quick. Thank you for your time.
All right. He let you pass.
I left the general store. I'm gonna buy a pair of normal sized pants and some stilts.
You make an acrobatics check with every step.
And I'm gonna get one of those robes that have really long like sleeves that stick together. I'm just gonna walk around like that everywhere we go. So I just look like a normal guy.
You look like a normal guy with the arm mass of a ghost. It's just flat against your chest.
And what happened to your arms? I don't like to talk about it. I lost them in the war.
All right, so you guys are entering DeFord. It's a pretty small town. It's very pretty surroundings, being towards the top of a mountain, with a sort of a mountain lake that it's sitting on. Not much in the way of population or buildings. There's just a few buildings. There is a small dock that looks to have mostly like maybe 3 or 4 fishing boats. But yeah, there's just like pretty much the one general store. You don't even really see, an inn. There's some like houses, residential area, and then the general store and the docks is pretty much all that's here. There is one, looks to be a tavern of some kind where you can get food and drink, but that is it.
I'm gonna find like a little alleyway or something, a little hidden, and I'll pull out the sending stone and try to talk to Yarel.
This
Okay.
is the town, right? Where Trin
Yep.
is? Trent?
Trin.
Trent.
Yeah, you can. Well, do me a favor. Make a perception check. See if you can even spot somewhere that's
Nope. Natural one.
natural. Yeah, this is all pretty wide open. Like, there's not many places to go behind. You can go to one of the sides of the general store, but occasionally there are people that walk by it because there's no alleyways.
How big is the sending stone? Is it like a little stone, or is it
Yeah, I'd
pretty
say
big?
it's about like hand-sized, like
I'm carrying around a
iPhone
rock,
size?
roughly iPhone size.
only thicker.
Yeah, I'll try to be sneaky and just like go to the side of the building and then.
You could act like you walk out a little bit from the. You can walk a little ways from the town if you wanted to.
You just hold it like this.
I mean,
and you
it's
act like
there's
you're brushing
lots
your beard.
surrounding the town is it's fairly foresty. Like, you don't have to walk far to get away if you want.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do that. Yarel, are you there?
You wait a moment, and then yes, I'm here.
We're
Hello,
in
Tucson, Joe.
we're in DeFord. Is there any way that you could get in contact with Trin and let him know that we're here, and that we can talk to him?
I believe I could do that if I don't know exactly where he is, but I can try. Give me a few moments.
Okay.
And then a few moments pass. If there's anything you'd like to do in the meantime, you can. Otherwise, she gets back to you in a few minutes and says, I told him I had friends coming. He seemed apprehensive. It doesn't seem as though... I can't tell what it is. He doesn't... I believe he is afraid.
Did he give any inclination of where he might be in town, or where to look?
It's a smaller town. I don't know precisely which house it is, but...
Do you know what
in
he
the
looks
town
like?
proper. He's a human male, about 13 years old, darker hair, short.
Okay, we'll be on the lookout for him.
Okay. Thank you.
I'll go back to the group.
'Kay.
All right, we're looking for blah 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 blah.
It's a small town. How hard can it
Actually,
be?
everybody probably heard our conversation because we all have the sending stone that connects to that. So everybody's just like,
You remember the old days when you could pick up any phone in the house and listen? It's like that.
The
Did you
old
did you
days.
borrow? Is it? You borrow Beak's sending stone? Because there's two
Yeah.
sets of sending stones. There's one that I think Beak has one and Teona has one, and then there's another set where you had 5, but you gave one to Urel.
yeah, I would have
Okay.
probably just taken beaks and kept beaks.
Okay.
That was with URLs.
Okay.
If that's okay, Beak.
Yeah, you would have to get it before I turned into a spider.
Yeah.
But
I don't think I
you've
ever gave
taken
it back
a
the
few
last time.
times, so
Yeah.
yeah, it's not that big a stretch to think that you would have kept it.
B doesn't care.
He's
Unless he
got
finds
the
out it's
one-
worth money.
He's got the one that talks to Master. He's happy.
Yep.
All right.
So let's be on the lookout for him, and if we see him, I won't flap my wings out this time.
Nice. That's a good callback.
Try to handle this more carefully.
All right. So you're
I'll
just
just
gonna
be,
walk around and look.
Yep.
Okay. So perception checks from whoever is looking.
Let's assume all of us.
Oh,
look
dude,
like
sweet. 2
Ray.
nat ones in a row. Let's
Two
go.
nat ones in a row. Wow. It's gonna be good tonight. Is anyone else
Almost like
looking,
you
or is
on
everyone just
Fridays.
following Seraph and going, man, you can't look for anything?
I'll take a look.
He's like looking at the sky. Looking at the sky. Yes.
I rolled a 19.
I'll look.
Okay.
Roll 20 is loading.
It'll take a little
So,
bit.
I mean, yeah, Seraph, you're kind of just looking around at all the people who are staring at you because you are getting a lot of attention with your group.
Mhm.
Everyone else, you look around and
I
you
look
see
around,
you
yeah.
see people walking around, but no one that fits that description. You do see some kids, but none of them are none that fit that description. And you see some adults as well.
Maybe he's been lying about his location the whole time. Sounds like a Trent move.
Good thing his name's Tren.
I say if the kid don't want to be found, we don't find him. That's Melmar.
Do they this is just out of character, but maybe we could ask about Trent's parents and then ask for them.
Well, it better be only one person in this party asking anybody here.
Less conspicuous.
Make like a general wisdom check, everyone who is interested in doing so.
Wisdom check.
Yep.
Not a save.
Oh, nat 20. Sweet.
All right, so Seraph, you would gather, as anyone who rolled over like a 15 would gather, this is a very small town, and everyone probably knows everyone else.
And everyone in here is racist. So
The only thing bad about that is we're a group of outsiders, and if we ask people about them, it could draw more attention to them. We don't want to do that.
how does she find out about these people? Have we ever figured that out?
Never asked her.
We should really ask her that.
You have a sending stone.
I'm not gonna ask her right this minute.
Hey,
Walking
wait a
around.
minute!
I thought we did ask her one time. Like the kids reached out to her or something. I don't remember.
I don't think you ever asked her.
I'll ask her in a bit.
With a war brewing,
But yeah,
it
there's,
seems like finding this child isn't important. That's what Melmar's thinking. Saying.
From what
I'll
from what you guys can tell, there are people walking. It's not crowded. You just see occasional people walking around. There's like maybe a group or two of kids running around, and sometimes they'll stop to look at you guys and then just keep going. But it's not like a city where there's hundreds of people all staring at you. It's just every now and then you're going to see one or two people walking by and they give you a look.
I'll pull out the sending stone real quick and ask RL if she knows his parents' names.
Okay. Let me see if she knows their names.
I get the feeling we probably shouldn't be here.
The kid's apprehensive about us finding him and is scared of it. We shouldn't probably not bother.
She says. Oh, she won't. She says one of the. I'll say she knows the dad's name is Reginald.
Reginald Roundshield.
Reginald.
I'll go to around the general store and just try to sit around for a little bit and see if I hear the name. If someone calls out Reginald or something, or I hear anything about Trin, and then I'll follow that person if that happens.
How long are you gonna stay there?
I'll stay there for an hour.
An hour, okay. So make a perception check.
Maybe the rest of us non-humans should leave the town.
12.
Is anyone else going to listen in with Seraph?
I'll listen in with Sarah.
I would
I'm
imagine
there on
that,
his shoulder.
yeah.
So I'll
So
listen.
if you're listening, then make a perception check as well.
Yeah, I'm kind of on the mind that non-humans are probably not going to hear much in here. So.
A little time goes by, and Cleroy happens to pick up someone mention Reg. Just in passing, just a mention of him.
Okay, I'll relay that to the party.
The person who said it, No, I don't know. I don't know what to do. You point out the person who said that?
Yeah, I'll point him out.
I'll tail that person for a little bit. No, I can't tail them. It's an open town. This is difficult.
I could tail him. Sneak behind him and stuff. I am the rogue.
In a
That's
wide
what I
open
try.
area with nowhere to hide. It's going to be pretty much a disadvantage, I think.
Hey, listen, man. I'm still an assassin, alright? So.
I mean, you can tail someone. It's just the disadvantage is there's nowhere to hide, but the advantage is you can see them from a lot greater distance, right? So you can stay further back.
I want to try and investigate the town. Like, I'll go to the inn and I'll go to the general store and just look around, see if I see any hidden symbols of the, Brotherhood of Men or anything.
Go ahead and make. How are you doing this? Are you because there's a general store, there's a tavern, and that's about it as far as public buildings.
Yeah, I'll go to those two and I'll just kind of look around. I'll order a drink and buy something and just walk around.
Okay.
Inside the buildings and stuff.
Okay. Are you gonna be digging through things? Or you're just gonna look with your eyes.
I'm just gonna look with my eyes.
Okay. Make a perception check.
Natural 20.
Looking around, you. I'll say with a natural 20, you do see one person who you can see. You can't see the whole thing, but just under their, at the bottom of their sleeve, you can see a brand that looks like, you can't see the whole thing, but it looks pretty familiar to you. And they're just walking out, but going about their business.
Okay.
But there's nothing there's nothing on any of the buildings, out on display or anything.
I'll try to remember what he looks like.
Okay.
In the face, and I'll go back to the group and let him know that the Brotherhood is here. If we want to do something about that, or
If we want to, well, we're not planning on sticking around very long, right?
no, but if we figured out where they're at, you know, take care of them and leave.
Do
If
a
we
good
wanted.
old-fashioned murdering. Yeah, sure, I'm in.
We're gonna go murder some very bad people.
Oh, we have an
I'm always
assassin
in
in
for
our
that.
group now. Why don't we just hire him to do it?
Yes, let's just burn the town down and be done with it. I like that idea.
Or we can
Alright,
leave
my price is
and
100 gold for this main dead.
hope that he's okay.
I'm... Well, what does everyone else think? What do you do? I
Group
like
consensus here.
group consensus. Who wants to save Trent and who wants to just leave?
I say
We're
can
not.
just
I mean,
save-
there's
I
no
mean,
saving him really. We don't know that he's in trouble. We were just checking on him.
He could be in close to dire danger of being abducted by racists instead of just weird people.
Except that he's talking to Urel. If he had a problem, he would have just been like, "I'm in trouble."
Maybe he's afraid of URL. Maybe URL contacts them and he doesn't know what's going on.
Maybe he can't say what he feels because he's being watched or something.
He's being
Imprisoned.
oppressed by
yeah, I
racists.
say we can go help him, or at least save him. What's ever going on. I just want to kill those guys.
Okay, he just wants to kill people. So are we wiping out the Brotherhood, alerting the town guard? The town guard's like what, 5 people is what it seems like?
Yeah, it's not many. This is a small mountain town. They just have a few guard.
Part of the Empire?
Yeah, they were the Empire. I mean, they're within the Empire borders, definitely. It's just a.
There's only a few guards, but they're like level 20. So
Well,
the skull.
I'm kind of agreeing with Melmore. If the kid doesn't want to be found, then
If that's what you
It's not
guys
our
think
place.
is right, then we can leave.
Oh, but
I can agree with that.
they're easy
if he
target.
doesn't want to be found, if he doesn't want to tell her where she is, and she said, "I have people there that can get you," and she's like,
Cleaver just
Nah.
wants to kill everyone.
then I'm okay with just leaving and moving on.
Listen, maybe the kid is in trouble.
She
and
probably
he-
should have told us
he
that
just
before
don't
we
know.
got all the way up here.
Listen. What if he is in trouble? Alright. I mean, they're bad people anyways. They should be killed anyways.
If you want to do some digging and you can find some more information about it, go for it. But
Alright, yep.
I mean, who's a bad guy when you're a paid murderer?
Wow, that barn fire, John. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, we'll light it. We'll light their barn on fire.
Here, listen.
So what are you doing,
I think they should
Cleroy? Are
kill
you
him.
going looking?
Yes, I'm gonna go looking for evidence that they need dead.
Okay, what are you doing?
I'm just trying to find out like what their latest mission was, basically. Like,
You
what,
see the way they're walking? They need dead.
They need dead.
listen, I'm just gonna try and find like I'm just gonna find what they did in their latest mission, and or what they've
If you
done
think about
in
it,
their
Cleroy,
missions overall.
We
Okay, how
prepaid you with a magical sword.
how are you going about that?
Probably just like eavesdrop in some conversations. Except I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna be at a distance listening. Some conversations.
Okay,
I'll probably
so you're
listen
gonna
to
hang
the,
out at the general store for a little longer.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah. I'll just hang out there and I'll just eavesdrop.
What's everyone else doing during this?
We need a character of questionable, you know,
I think me
integrity
and-
on our
I
team.
think me and Melmore are gonna walk outside the town and
Yeah, I
not
think
draw
so.
any more attention to the group while they're
Yeah,
investigating.
because we definitely look the least human of this group. So
I'm gonna join the ones leaving town because I don't have much longer. I've
I
only
was gonna
got,
say you're coming up probably on around 3 hours.
yeah, I got 4 hours of the
Yeah.
spider shape.
I
I
say
wanna-
let's go outside of town and set up a ginormous tower right outside their gate and draw some attention. If there's a kid that comes out and sees to look at the tower that popped up, maybe.
I want to go find where a couple of guards are like hanging out, and just kind of stand around and listen to what they're saying. If they're mentioning anything about the Brotherhood or Tren or anything, maybe they're a part of it. Just
Okay.
see if they say anything,
So perception checks from Cleroy and Seraph.
and I will try to not be noticed when I'm doing this.
Cleroy did not roll well.
And the rest of us are walking out of town
17.
right now.
Okay. So Cleroy is like goes to the tavern and gets distracted. Forgets why he's there for a little while. I'll say, Seraph, you hear the guards talking, and you hear them mention you hear them talking, and one of them seems to be trying to convince the other one to at least come to a meeting. They haven't mentioned what the meeting's about, and the other one is just kind of like, I don't know. That's not really. I'm content to do what I'm doing. And
sounds like it's time to burn the barn down.
And eventually, the guy trying to convince the other guy gets up to leave. He says, "Well, if you change your mind, it's over at Reg's."
It's over at where?
Reg's.
Oh
Bum,
no. Okay.
bum.
I
Reg's got the
will.
white hat on, dude.
I will. Yeah. Okay. Whew. I will go back to I'll find everybody and inform them that it looks like his dad is the leader of the Brotherhood here. At least his house is used for the clan meeting.
What a twist.
Well, are we sure that it's a Brotherhood meeting, or is it just a meeting? We don't know that it's Brotherhood, right? That wasn't said.
Don't know for sure.
We just know that it's a meeting and the guard's going to.
It's a good lead, I think.
We could
You
talk
can check
about
it out.
You know where the house is. The kid will be living. I guess.
Do we know where his house is?
Well, if they follow them to that meeting, you will.
How long were we sitting out here? Did we get a short rest in there? Did
Sure.
An hour go by?
Yeah, because they were sitting around the tavern and trying to find places for probably at least an hour. Yeah.
I'll sit around and wait until I see maybe some people starting to move towards the house, and then I'll tell everybody on the sending stone to come in.
Okay.
Same
Well,
day as the plant attack?
no, you've had a new day.
Okay.
I would say that they would when they were talking about this meeting, it wasn't until the next day.
Okay. Well, I'll go out and we'll plan.
Okay.
All right, what are we planning? Planning a good old fashioned barn fire?
It could lead to that, but if the child's already scared, and you massacre his dad, don't know if that'll help.
We just need to listen in on this meeting, right? That's all we need.
Yeah, let's.
We have two
Me and-
things that we could do without actually getting in there. We have a spider, and we have a familiar that might be able to get pretty close.
Me and Beak and Cleroy can scope it out. We'll be on the outside if Beak needs backup, but he can sneak in. If you're okay with that, Beak.
Okay.
And
Sounds
we'll
like
have
a plan to me.
We'll have
I look
sending
at-
stones at the ready if it goes down.
I look at
Just be
Cleroy
prepared.
and I say, shh, quiet this time. Last time on the ship, he like barged in through the window.
Oh.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Whatever, Beak.
Whatever, Beak. You're not.
Listen
my
here,
dad.
newbie.
All right. So what do you guys? What's the plan?
Wait till the next day and then scope it out and see if whenever people start moving towards a certain house, and then me, Cleroy, and Beak will head over there, and Beak will try to sneak in as a spider, and we'll kind of hang out around if he needs help.
Okay. So for the night, if you go far enough away, you could set up the tower without, like I said, it's fairly dense forest. You could set up the tower without much of an issue if you wanted to.
I'm going to climb to the top of the tower,
Okay.
and I'm going to wild shape into a very, very large bird,
Ooh.
a Quetzalcoatlus.
Oh
Which is-
man,
what
you
is
know
that?
what
Very
it is?
scary looking dinosaur bird.
I was gonna say, isn't that like a flying lizard thing?
Here, I'll put a link.
Flying snake.
Well,
Whenever-
there's that.
Whenever we're leaving town and we're going out to set
I
up
have the
camp,
Discord pulled up.
I want to be looking behind us to see if anyone is tailing us.
As you leave, I mean, you need to roll a perception check to know that you are being watched. No one seems to be following you out, but you were certainly being watched.
Okay.
It's like a giraffe bird.
Yeah. So I'm like my neck gets real big and
I can't see
I'm
it.
just gonna go.
Where have you seen this?
Oh, we were at the dinosaur island. Saw lots of dinosaurs, right?
Didn't see that one. You saw some pteranodons.
Okay,
They
I'll
could've
do
been
that then.
flying
That's
overhead.
not in. Is that in the book?
It's in one of the books. I don't know which one, but yeah,
Okay,
it's
it's
in
the
one
only
of the books.
flying dinosaur one I saw. I'll turn to that then.
Okay. Yeah, the pteranodons
Is that with a T?
It's a
Or with a
PT.
P, I mean.
Yeah.
Can I even turn to this thing?
I think you can.
Oh, it's challenge. Yeah, right. 1/4. Yeah, these are weak.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I'll
think
just be that.
I think there's.
I want to be a big bird, but I'll be a little bird, I guess.
It's a
I'll
medium.
turn to
It's a medium
I
bird.
think I can do it. I think I can do a giant eagle.
Yeah, you can do a giant eagle, I believe.
I was gonna do the big one because it was like nothing that's in my challenge rating that I can do anymore. That's worthwhile.
I think giant eagle and giant owl, I think, are both within your challenge.
Ooh, an
rating.
owl will be better. Let's do an owl. Owls are cool.
Owls are
Yeah, great
quieter.
horned owl.
They're super silent.
Yep, I'll just go fly around.
Okay.
Big owl.
All right. Yeah, as the tower goes up and you climb up to the top of it, but the trees around you are taller still. So
Not anymore.
as you go into as an owl, you can go above them and fly around.
Actually, just his really long neck up above the tree.
I don't have that anymore.
Oh,
Isaac's hosed me.
Dude, I haven't seen any of those.
You saw this dinosaur bird, but not that dinosaur bird.
Well, I don't even know what you're talking about. So I'm betting you haven't seen it. Okay.
It's the only like decent challenge rating bird flying thing there is.
well, if he goes, I want to turn into a squirrel. We haven't actually run into a squirrel in this campaign.
Well, squirrels are a common thing, though. So.
I assume
He wants to
dinosaur
turn
birds
into a
would be
a
common on
blue-haired
a dinosaur
squirrel.
island.
yeah. No
Well,
shit.
You know what happens when you assume. Okay,
The squirrels
so
in this world.
you're flying around to any end, or just to fly around?
For 4 hours, I'm flying around.
Okay, just to have fun flying, or are you
Yep.
looking for anything? Okay,
I mean, I'll take note of the land, but I don't really care.
okay. If you want to make a perception check, you can.
I'll just
Scope the town.
passively percept things.
Okay.
Beak wouldn't care. Beak, I mean,
All right. Well,
Yeah.
then, yeah, you just see lots of trees.
my passive perception is 14, so I'm not.
What happened to your bird with the intelligence amulet?
Actually, my perception
It's
is
still around somewhere.
passive perception is 15.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, you see.
With
There's a lot of
advantage on
trees.
those things.
You can see that there is some wildlife in the forest at night, of some kind. Not a whole lot happening in the town. There's some people walking about on the docks. Looks to be doing some night fishing, but not much is happening. The tavern has some torches on.
I'll go fly around a bit. I'll hang out in a tree with some other birds. I'm sure they'll be happy to see a giant owl.
Yeah, they'll be like, "What are you doing here?" you just land on a tree and they're like, all right. So
That's what I
after
spend my
4
watch.
hours, you
I'm gonna
go
spend my whole
back
night doing that. I will be exhausted, but I'm gonna go ahead and keep doing it.
Okay, so for 8 hours?
Yeah.
Okay. That is
Aren't you?
okay, that's the whole night.
I'll do an owl first time and then an eagle for the second time.
Ooh,
Aren't you
a
gonna
louder
need some of
aim.
that transform?
I just need an hour to get my transformations back.
Okay. So yeah, you do that. Come back and the sun is coming up.
Okay.
What's everyone doing?
Moving forward with the plan.
Yeah,
Okay.
moving
Yeah.
forward with the
Who all's
plan,
going
which
into the
is-
town?
Doesn't involve me.
Me,
Or me.
Cleroy, and
Beak.
Beak.
Beak needs an hour.
we're waiting an hour.
Dang it, Beak! Couldn't you just slept all night? Could you? And you do have a point of exhaustion.
Do I get a roll on that? Is this automatic?
For staying up all night, I think it's automatic. We'll make a con save. We'll see if
Let's
it
do
works.
I want to see if I can chance it. What's that? 16?
Sure, we'll say
Oh,
15 is the cutoff.
16?
I don't know what it is, but we'll say 15 is the cutoff, so you're good.
Oh, okay.
You're just real tired. So you'll need an hour to get your shapeshifts back, and then you're good to do whatever.
I didn't think this thing would happen until tonight anyway. Did I miss something?
No, that's right. But if you want to go into the town during daytime hours, you can.
Okay. I can snooze later on.
Okay.
I'll be trying to listen in town to conversations if I find out where Reginald's house is.
I'll
No
just-
more in Galahad. We're just hanging out outside the town.
I'll
Oh, yeah,
stay
we're
in the
just having a
tower
good
and
time.
We're
and
just rolling some
snooze
dice.
until
some
someone
bone
tells me
dice.
something else.
I'm just gonna start listening into conversations about missions and stuff. About their
If someone tells me what to do, I'm just gonna sleep in a tower.
How long does the tower last?
I think it lasts. Let me tell you, it's been a while since I've looked.
In 8 hours.
I know the dome
Oh,
lasts 8.
thanks.
I don't know about the tower.
There it is.
It's probably like 2.
It lasts 24 hours.
Okay. All right. So Beak is just sitting in the tower. What's everyone else doing? Are you guys going without him?
I'm on top
They
of the
need
tower,
him.
at least.
For right now, we don't need him. He can sleep for a
Oh,
little
okay.
while.
Well, we're not going back in town because that's bad juju. That's why we got stopped.
Me,
in the
me and
first place.
Leroy are just gonna sit in on conversations and try to pick up some more information.
Okay. As you walk into town, it's that same guard that you saw
Can I not
yesterday.
just walk in from like the wolves or the forest?
Yeah, if you walk around, you can. Yeah.
I'll just do that.
Okay. So you walk around, and again, you're getting a few looks, especially coming from that direction, which is you got that yesterday. Not because you're not human, just because you're coming in from the woods and they don't recognize you. Some of them they sort of look at you and give you a tip the hat, nod at
I'll
you.
give him a bow.
They just sort of keep walking, but sort of watch you for a few more steps before they turn their eyes back to what they were doing. So you're just trying to listen in on things. Okay, go ahead and roll perception checks.
Yikes. Yikes.
No new information. They're just talking about daily things.
Mm-hmm. I bought me 7 turnips today. It was really cool.
I caught a really big trout out of the lake today.
It was this big.
Did you guys see that dwarf the other day?
You see that
Walking
guy?
around town.
He left. It's a good thing too.
I don't like no short people.
I was just gonna hang out and keep an eye out and see if people start maneuvering their way towards a certain house.
Okay. It rolls around to the sun starting to set again, and you do see like 4 or 5 people sort of group and start walking towards a house, and they go around the house and behind it. Actually, make a stealth check, both of you, because I would imagine you're not trying to be seen by them.
Wouldn't you
Fun
guys
how
have
I'm-
gotten Beak by now?
Yeah, I would have gotten beak. Started
Guess
getting
probably
after
would've
it.
done pass without a trace. Or a stealth in.
21's from
Uh,
both of you. If Beak is there, if Beak is not there, he doesn't need to roll, and if Beak is there, he's and a spider on your shoulder, then he also doesn't need to roll. So, yeah, you notice them go around this house, and there's a smaller shed in the back that they're going to.
Shed
Oh.
fire.
I'll go over there and tell Beak to hop on in.
Okay. Well, I didn't say okay. I wiggle my
He goes,
mandibles or whatever,
Okay.
and I scurry in.
All right. Go ahead
Skitter
and
in.
make a stealth check with advantage since you're a spider.
Are we in like a I think I'll be alright.
Yeah, I would guess that you actually waited a while to get beak because he can only hold that for 4 hours at a time. So
Right.
Ooh.
good thing it was advantage. Yeah, you make it in unscathed. Go ahead and make a perception check.
What's I think it's
A big money.
no.
Hey.
Okay, so as you walk up to the shed, you can see that there's just like it's bigger than your average, like modern day, where I put the lawnmower shed. But not as big as the house. Obviously, it's maybe
You mean
maybe
the
half the
size?
size of the house or so. But it's just got one big door that swings open, and it's set open, and there's a couple torches out in front, and they got a few lamps, hooded lamps inside, and it's inside with that perception check. I would say you can see that there are
even their lamps are hooded.
zing.
Zing.
There are 7 people in there total. And with that perception check, you can tell they're just it doesn't seem like they're talking about anything specific. There's just multiple conversations going on. Some of them are talking about that dwarf and that gnome that came yesterday.
Sure,
I know
that's
who that
the
is.
talk of the town.
But yeah, with that perception check, that's about as much as you can get as far as what they're talking about. More than one conversation
Yeah.
going on.
Okay. If I need to, I'll make a web and I'll try to like dangle down a little bit, get a little closer.
Okay, yeah, you can get pretty close
If I
with your stealth check. It's just
If I can figure, I'll try to find a leader of some kind. If I
okay.
can figure out who's the important one. then I'll
Make
try
one
to
more
try to
perception check to
stick-
see if you can figure out
stick to
which
them.
one is Reginald.
Hmm.
12. Could be a couple guys.
Okay, I'll just keep an eye on them.
Okay. Yeah. Is it? How long are you just watching the whole meeting? Is that the plan?
I got 4 hours, maybe 3 hours, depending on how long it took to get here.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm just gonna hang out. If I have trouble hearing something, I'll get closer. I'm comfortable with my spiderness.
Okay.
If I get caught, I can get away.
All right. I'll say that basically you just hear them talking about essentially how bad things have gotten in especially outside the Empire, but even at the borders of the Empire, it's too many dwarves, too many elves, too many gnomes. Where they're going to, eventually things are going to get solved. But
And we're in the barn, right? That's what you said?
it's a shed, yeah.
As we're sitting here, I will use the sending stone and let Melmore and Galahad know what house it is and where we're at.
Okay, so yeah, that's
You understand.
about what you can glean from the meeting.
I'll hang out here at the meeting, and then as soon as the meeting's over, I want to get into the house. Depending on how much time I have left.
I'd say you probably have an hour-ish, hour and a half left after the meeting's over.
So yeah, I'll wait till they clear out. Make sure I catch everything if there's anything of importance.
Okay.
And then I'll go to the house.
Okay, yeah, you can now, since you stayed the entire time, you can see the one locking up, and that is, from what you can put together, that is Reginald, because this is his. Someone said that this was his house.
Okay.
He closes the shed up, puts all the lights out, and walks inside. It's just it's like a single story house. As he goes inside, it's got steps up, so there's got like a crawl space underneath, and as he walks in, it walks into seems to be a kitchen area with a wood burning stove, and then there's past that there is like a small, almost like a living room, and there are two or 3 actually doors that are sort of on the other side. And one of them is actually 2 of them are open, one of them is closed. And
I'll check out the crawl
inside
space
there's
first.
also there's a woman sitting in the living room, just sort of like doing her own thing, crocheting or something. Looks to be making some sort of textile.
No, crawl space first.
Okay, yeah, you go down the crawl space. Make a perception check.
Getting better.
16. It's pretty dark down there, but you can. I mean, it basically looks like just a crawl space, but in one section there is something that is blocking your vision to see all the way through.
I'll go there.
Okay, as you get a little closer, you can see it is a like burlap sack of some kind.
Uh-oh. Is there anything in it?
Are you gonna go into it?
I don't want to go in it, but I mean, is it a bag of something?
Yeah, it appears there's something in it.
How big is it?
Not huge, about like slightly bigger than like a potato sack.
I will I'll drop down onto it.
Okay.
And it's been almost we're on like 3 hours or so right here, right?
Yeah.
I will shift back into I'm clear, right? Under the house here.
Yeah, under the house, it is a tight squeeze for a medium size. You can fit, but you're going to be crawling on your belly, pretty much.
Okay, so I'll do that, and shift back into bird,
Okay.
and open it up and take a look.
Okay. Inside appears to be like weapons, swords and daggers and things.
They magical?
They
I pull out my bag, and I start stuffing.
Make a stealth check. As you start pulling these things out, you're doing pretty good about not making too much noise. One does sort of cling a little bit, and you hear up above someone's been walking around, and on that cling they sort of stop. And you hear,
I stop.
"Did you hear that?" The lady, you hear a woman's voice. "I didn't hear anything." And then the footsteps continue.
I'll cast Pass Without Trace, and then I will continue.
All right, go ahead and make another stealth check.
Ooh, 23.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to get the rest of the stuff out of that bag without making any noises. It's,
Anything of note?
no, it's just like they're all like Empire standard issue swords, and it's like 7 of them, and then a couple daggers as well, 2 daggers. But they're all they're finely made because they are Empire standard. But you've seen those before, so not anything terribly special.
And there's any like secret pockets or anything in it's just a burlap sack though, right? Not a baggie.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go. This is just like wood slats on top of me.
Yep.
So if I'm a spider, I think I can crawl up into those.
You could probably find the hole if you looked long enough.
Okay, so I'm gonna crawl to where, since I got this Path Without Trace on, I'm gonna crawl to one of those bedrooms. I'll go to the one with the closed door, right? 2 were open, 1 closed.
Yep.
I'll go to the closed door one, and I'll just listen for a minute, and then I'll spider up into there.
Okay, go ahead and make a perception check before you go up.
Okay.
Don't hear anything.
Spider time.
All right, so you
No,
make another
skitter
stealth
on
check.
up. This is a concentration, so I'm just gonna keep this on the Pass Without Trace for the hour.
Okay, so 20 then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you make your way up into the bedroom. There is, I would say there is light coming from what looks to be you can see it through the cracks in a closet of some sort. But nothing in the room. There's a bed in the room.
I'll crawl up the wall to get a kind of a good idea what the room looks like, and
Okay, yeah, it's a
painting
very
stands out.
simple room, just like a bed and a
Bed.
chair.
desk.
No
Okay.
desk, just a chair.
There's a light coming from the closet.
Yep.
Okay, I'll crawl over there.
Okay.
Is there like a
To-
door to the
Yeah.
closet?
I'll be right back, guys.
Can I go from the top and into there?
This is probably made in a way that you could do that, yeah.
I will do that.
Okay. So as you go into the closet, you can see there's a boy, like his knees up to his chest, and he's got a lamp out in front of him, and he's just sort of rocking.
Okay. I'm gonna watch him for a bit.
He just continues
I'll
to rock.
listen real-
Every now and then, make a perception check. He's just rocking.
I will.
All right, back. Sorry about that.
No worries.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm just gonna sit here and hang out for a bit.
Yeah, he's just. How long are you staying? I'll ask that.
An hour.
An hour? Okay, so the sun has gone down, so say after around that hour timing, he's just been rocking this whole time. And finally he takes a deep breath and sighs heavily and he puts out the lantern, the lamp, and he just sort of rolls over onto the floor.
Nothing's coming into this room or anything.
Nope.
How to communicate in spider form. Okay, so I want to. How crafty do I think I am with a web?
How crafty do you think you are with the web?
I think I'm very crafty with a web.
Okay.
So, I want to make a web.
I feel like he's gonna be like Charlotte's
We're
Web. Here.
pulling Charlotte here.
Oh, jeez.
I'm gonna in the web. I want to make the word. I want to say beak. I probably don't know how to spell it, so just BEK.
Make a performance check.
Okay. Ooh.
So it's cobweb. Also, Seraph and Cleroy, Beak's been gone for a while. You've seen everyone leave, and Beak hasn't come back.
I would trust Beak that if he needed us, we would know.
What a true friend.
There's a new
Okay.
cobweb in the corner. You think it says Beak.
I will. I'm gonna go up to him. I'm gonna try scratching in the door. I'll bite it. Is it painted? Is the door painted?
No,
You
just
a
wood.
tiny house spider.
I want to.
Okay.
I want a web. I'm gonna put a web on him. I'm gonna crawl onto him very carefully. I'm gonna stick a web like around his arm. And then I want to crawl back over to the door. I want to pull on that web to wake him up.
What? Okay. Okay, so you
Like
crawl
a
onto
round-
him.
Hmm.
You put a web around his arm,
Hmm.
and then you,
Very carefully.
with like lengthening the web as you go.
Yeah.
Go to the wall.
Yep.
And then you're gonna try to pull the web.
I'm gonna tug on the web to try to jostle him awake, and then I want to wave as soon as as soon as he wakes up.
You're just
Like,
like a
I'm gonna
small house spider, right? That's what you've always been.
Yeah.
This is what, okay.
Yeah, like a black widow.
Make a strength check as your spider.
Spiders have
Strongest freaking
strength
spider on
of
earth, dude.
2. So this is -4. Oh, look at that!
So 12 strength. You pull as hard as you can, and the web just breaks.
Oh, come on. It's a spider web. Strongest material in the world.
Yeah, but one strand of one spider web that can't lift someone's arm up.
All right. Well, we know he's here. No, this is Beak. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna mess with his arm. Like I'm gonna poke at him.
Gonna massage him.
Okay.
If he doesn't wake up, then I'll bite him.
Oh,
All right. Make a wisdom check for me. As with Beak's
Beak.
wisdom.
Beak knows wisdom. Beak smart.
Okay. Then I would say that you could tell this kid was, when he finally rolled over, he was exhausted. It is going to be very difficult to wake him up as a spider.
turn into a cat.
I can't turn anything anymore unless I sit here for
He's
an hour.
done. That was the second one.
Of course, I could just sit here for an hour.
in Beak form. I'm just sitting here in the closet with you for an hour.
Let's see.
This is not going how I envisioned it. It's perfect.
Is there room in here for me to be Beak and not mess with him?
No.
I'm gonna bite him.
Okay. Go ahead and
House spider bite.
make an attack with advantage because he is.
Coup de grace, he's
Coup de
asleep.
grace. Yeah, I'm going for the throat.
Oh, you're gonna.
No.
Beak's gonna put us all out of our misery and just kill Trent.
Basically,
advantage,
anything
said?
but a natural 1 is going to hit. I just wanted to make sure you don't roll a natural 1.
I'll just roll. What did you say? I'll just roll
20 with advantage.
So
20. I'm +4 hit.
So you bite him. Are you
He needs
doing
to make
damage?
I'm not gonna put poison in. By the way,
Okay.
I'm not gonna inject my venom into him, but he takes a point of damage.
Okay. So
If I can not put poison in, I don't want to.
I'll say that you have control over that as a humanoid turned into a spider. But you're just like a little house spider. You're not a monster spider. So
He said he was
I'll
a
wake up.
black widow.
He's gonna wake up in the morning with a bump on his arm.
basically, yeah, you bite him, and then as he's laying there, he just sort of. It doesn't wake up. He just sort
I'm
of
gonna make
flails his arm.
as much noise as a spider can make.
All right, so that's
How much noise can
virtually
the spider
zero.
Yeah.
He doesn't wake up, but he just sort of moves his arm after you bite him.
He's gonna have a little
Bite him in
bump
the
in the
face.
morning. It's gonna itch.
Bite him in the eyeball.
I mean, this kid's gonna die.
I bit him like 30 times. I didn't know what else to do.
Why wouldn't he wake up? All right, I'm going to. Here's what I'm gonna do. Be smart. I'm gonna completely web this place. Like all his body, webs everywhere. And then
What is happening?
I'm going to I'm gonna go through the door, lead a trail of webs. It'll take me a long time. I've got like 2 hours left here.
Yeah, that's a lot of. What you're describing sounds like more than 2 hours of work as a small spider. But continue.
Have you seen a spider make a web? It's impressive.
It's
It doesn't have to be
fast.
pretty. I'm getting them covered. I want him to wake up and think,
I'm
where'd all
backing
these
him up.
webs? Where'd all these webs come from?
Yeah, this is great.
And then I'm gonna go under the door, still making these webs, and I'm gonna make them point. Is there a window in here?
No.
I want them to point in the direction of our
You're
tower.
gonna use your webs to draw an arrow.
Yep, I'm gonna draw an arrow with webs I was gonna point in the direction of our tower. Be smart.
This is outside of the closet?
Yep.
Okay. Make one more perception check for me.
Oh, is the door open?
18. Now that you are outside the closet, as you start to go outside and look around, you notice there is a lock on this closet.
Oh. I missed that before.
Because you rolled like a 5.
I'm so blind. Okay.
Use your spider body to unlock it. Crawl inside the lock and move the mechanism.
Yeah, let's make another spider strength check. That worked out so well before.
Hey, he made a good strength check.
So good he broke his own web.
That's right.
That's a good old-fashioned
So this
case.
room there's no windows in the room. It's just a small little bedroom.
Yep.
Is there a lock on the bedroom door also, or just on the closet?
You can't see one from inside.
Oh, right. Okay. I want to. I think Big needs help.
Well, you got 2 people waiting outside for you, so.
All right. Beak's going to go under the floorboard and skitter back to Seraph. He needs help.
'Kay.
He only talks to Seraph. That's who he sticks to.
Yeah,
So I'll
you make
crawl
your way
up.
Without much of a problem.
I won't crawl up Seraph. I'll appear in front of Seraph, and I say, I found him. He needs help. Locked away. Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
I'll pull out the sending stone and I'll tell Galahad and Melmore what's going on and that we're gonna go in. Do y'all want us to wait for you to get here, or do you want us to just go in?
Can come right away if you really need our help.
I look at
Well.
Leroy and I say, let's kill him.
Just remember, us coming in is going to draw attention.
It's the middle of the night.
I say,
Still
we
gonna
can,
guard,
we
right?
can be sneaky, or we can kill him.
Oh yeah, I'm a sneaky wizard.
We're kind of out in the middle of nowhere, right? This is sort of all country land. Is there many other houses around?
Yeah, there's some houses. I mean, this is like the residential section. There are houses about every 10 to 20 feet.
I mean, I guess we can handle it,
We can come if you want.
just in case.
How
I
long,
mean,
how long would it take us to get to where they're at from where we're at? If they need us.
I'll tell you what. I'll use
Probably
an
about an
illusion to
hour.
make a. I'll use an
It's
illusion to
gonna
make a
take us
trench
an
coat.
hour to get there.
Yeah, to walk, because you guys have the tower pretty far out as to not be seen. Which
Told
is easy
you to
enough
make
to
it
do.
right in front of the gate.
I'll
can-
illusion us up a trench coat and I'll sit on
Give
Melbourne's
me an hour and
shoulders.
I can be an eagle and I go get you.
We'll
Just
start.
true.
We'll start heading into. I mean, we'll start walking into town since it's going to take us an hour.
if we'll wait till
there.
you get nearby to where if things go bad, you can be here quickly.
Okay,
And
we'll
then
get
we'll
to
go
the
in.
edge of town and then we'll wait.
It's
Because
probably
from the
about
edge of town, it won't take that long.
from the edge of town, probably about 2 to 3 minutes to get there.
Okay, we can wait at the edge of town and then run in if something goes bad. That sound good?
Your camera constantly focusing, Eric. It's funny.
Yeah, I know, because I'm moving around a lot. Wow, I'm trying to stay awake.
All right.
You want to be sneaky?
Yeah, let's be sneaky.
Pass without trace.
All right. I can.
On
I should
This
just
is
set
what
the
my
focus and
characters
turn
need.
the auto
Stay
focus
close.
off.
So just me, Cleroy, and Seraph here, right? All right.
All right, Cleroy, get us in there. Be quiet.
So I would assume you had a short rest since it took us
Speak
almost an
limits.
hour to get to the edge of town, right? But he had
Oh,
a
did
short
we
Depends
rest.
on
wait?
if you waited or if they're going in. I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
they
yeah
said
we're
They
waiting.
were going to wait till
I'd
we
like
got to the edge of
I'd like to
town.
wait an hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
They-
Give me
Yeah,
an
they
hour.
said they were going to wait till we got to the edge of town before they went in.
Perfect.
All right, so you got about an hour, and you hear back on the sending stone. We're at the edge of town.
All right, we're heading in.
Okay.
I will let him know where the room is and underneath and how I got in before. That's what I'm going to show Cleroy.
Okay.
You're just gonna try to describe it for him.
Like, so instead of showing a front door, and then I'll show him where it's underground and
Okay. Well, you came in through the back door because he walked out from the shed and went in the back door. But
I'm
it's-
more concerned about where the crawl space and then how to get up to his room without alerting anyone.
Okay.
I don't know how rogues work. I assume he can go through floorboards.
Okay. Good luck with that. So Beak tries to describe to you a somewhat accurate layout, but from underneath.
So there's a spider cave underneath, and there's wooden sky, but holes in the sky.
So Beak casts without a trace once they're at the edge of town. After he's described all this for you, what's the plan?
I guess we're just.
Do you think they're all asleep at this time?
It's a fair bet.
I didn't check, but was it quiet whenever I left?
I mean, it was pretty quiet the whole time you were there. There wasn't a whole lot going on.
Is there like a window that we can get in that's really close to his room, or?
Well, Beak knows that there were no windows in the room. There
In the
are
room.
some windows on the building, but not sure where they go.
Let's try to sneak into a
Oh.
window.
Wait. I have an idea. Dimension door. I go get him. Pop out. Done.
Yeah.
That works.
Beak smart. Beak doesn't need Seraph. He does it all on his own. I will transform into a spider.
Okay.
Oh wait! Before I do that, he has to be willing.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind. Beak not smart.
That was gonna be fun for me.
I mean, back where I was before. How am I supposed to convince this kid that a spider wants to help him?
You get me? I'm an elf.
can
I
just-
can show 'em that I'm
We can
an
try to
elf.
sneak in. We'll try. We'll find a window that is in that leads to a room where no one's in. We'll go in there and go
Come and
from.
bust 'em out.
Well, so you made decent perception checks on the way in, Beak, and you noticed that there was not any locks on the back door.
The one I came in.
Yeah.
Or the one that I originally came in.
We'll head there. I'll go open the back door.
All right, everyone, make stealth checks for me with pass without trace on.
Oops, that's wrong one. Wrong one, but it's the same number.
18.
25.
Okay. You go to the back door. You start to open it.
Carry a can of WD-40 with him.
Anybody have any oil?
Yeah.
There's no lights on inside the house. The door does squeak a bit. You don't think anyone noticed.
I'll let Beak lead the way. He knows where to go.
I will lead the way. All quiet in there.
So far.
Cleroy, you go second. I'll go last. That way you
Alright.
can unlock the door.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, so you guys walk in, see the kitchen, the living room, and the three doors. One of them, the one on the end is still open, and now there are two closed. You come to that first one, the one that Beak went into earlier. There is a lock on that door.
Alright. I guess I'll just pick the lock.
Okay, go ahead. Are you proficient in thieves' tools? I would imagine you are.
I have these tools.
I'm proficient in thieves' tools. If he's not.
Yeah, let Beak do it.
I'm sure he is.
You
though.
know,
I
you
have
bring
thieves'
your
tools,
wizard
too.
in to cast knock. That'll do it.
I assume you are, David. You're a thief, aren't you?
Yeah. I
You're
am
an
a
assassin.
thief.
He's
I'm
an
yeah,
assassin.
I'm an assassin. I'm an assassin rogue. There you go.
Alright.
I'm pretty sure all rogues
Probably
are
check.
proficient.
Beak,
So-
unlock that door.
I mean, I can do it. I think my skill is the same as his. So it's Dex plus proficiency, right?
Yeah, he is proficient in thieves' tools.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure all rogues are.
He's proficient in thieves' tools, smith's tools, disguise kit, and poisoner's kit. So Whoever's picking the lock, roll a d20, add your proficiency and your dex modifier.
We'll let David do it. Just click on the name or the word dexterity. We can add it in later.
What's your proficiency right now? Is it 4? Or is it 3? 3? Okay.
Mm-hmm. You got it, David? There it goes.
Ooh. 7?
10.
Plus my proficiency, so that's
okay,
like
so 10.
a
Yep.
lot.
Start to get it, and it's like, oh, it's not quite getting there. And then click, it does turn 10 is exactly what you needed. Click, and it opens up, but it opens up a little louder than you had anticipated.
Well, before we open it though, I have ink. I want to pour some ink on the hinges.
Okay. The hinges aren't what's squeaking. It's just with a 10. It's a little louder than you had anticipated.
Oh, the lock is making noises?
Yeah. Oh. And you, in the other room, you hear some stirring.
Alright.
No,
well,
it doesn't seem like anyone's walking yet, but you hear some stirring in the other room. Before you open this door.
everyone stirs, so when they're asleep, so keep going.
Go inside. Shut the door.
Okay. Open this door. It squeaks a little bit more than the last one.
No, it's just like my own,
You
my
put,
room
are you
and
putting
my-
ink in the door?
my bedroom.
On the hinges of this one, that was what was making all the noise.
Yeah, on the door, but the hinges are on the inside.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that'd be good then.
Okay. So it does squeak a little bit. And as you open it, you hear someone's started to walk.
Alright.
Get the boy. I'll take care of this.
Alright, yeah.
And I'll wait for somebody to turn a corner.
Okay. So who all's doing what? You're waiting. What's Beak and what's Cleroy doing? This right. this second.
Cleroy can handle getting the kid. I will
Yeah.
I will stay in the doorway and help out.
The
Sarah.
sheriff. Okay.
Seems like I'm
So-
getting the kid.
You hear the other door open, and someone is trying to quietly walk.
I'm radiating a blight.
And Cleroy, roll another dexterity check, and add your proficiency as you try to pick the lock on the closet door. Okay, this one's a little easier. It opens. About that time, you see someone turn the corner. Oh, you don't even see someone turn the corner. You just see you see a sword enter the door frame, and then he turns. And he's,
Crack before he says anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Blight.
go ahead and make your attacks.
Take that,
19.
Reginald. And his monocle pops off. and
I'll
hits
do
him with
this
that.
non-lethally.
Okay.
Wow, he's
mine's a-
dead.
15.
The quarterstaff does hit, so go ahead and roll damage for that.
7, and I will spend a key point to stunning strike.
Okay. What does he have to beat?
Con 16.
Okay, so we'll do the stunning strike roll first. And he fails. He is stunned. And then blight is a
15
also a con.
Yep. Sorry about Dad.
Oh, he does save, so he takes half.
Yeah.
So 7 bludgeoning and 16. So as he's about to turn the corner with the blade ready, you smack him, stun him, and he gets hit with blight, and he's sort of stunned there, standing. And he can't move, but he's still standing.
I'll pop him again, non-lethally.
Okay, go ahead.
With
We're
it
not gonna kill him. We're just
19
gonna beat him to death. We're gonna beat him to within an inch
Guy
of his
to
life.
death. It's just trying to protect himself.
25,
25 hits.
7. Damage.
He's still stunned.
I'll
standing.
spend a key point to Flurry of Blows.
Okay.
And first one, 24. And these are all non-lethal.
Okay, that hits.
7. And next one, 14 to hit on the last one.
14 does not hit.
Okay.
All right, so you beat him up pretty good, and about this time you hear someone else coming from that same room.
Cast hold person
like
on them.
sounds like lighter footsteps. What was that?
Hold person on the other one.
Okay, as soon as they come around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, so they're not
As soon as I
they're
see
not there
him.
yet, but he is stunned, so that's his turn. So it's back to, we'll say Seraph goes first. Back to Seraph's turn.
Popping him again.
Okay.
$24.
24 hits.
5 damage on the first one.
Okay.
Second one. Oh, that's the wrong. But oh well. 15.
15 does not hit.
I'll spend a key point to Flurry of Blows.
Okay.
21.
21 hits.
7 on that one, and last one is 21. Well,
21
back
hits.
to back, same rolls on 4 dice. 5 more points of damage.
Okay.
And he is now. I'll spend another key point to stunning strike again.
Okay. What's the DC again?
16 con.
He did not make it again. He is still stunned. He is still standing, and it's about that time you see there's a light coming down the hall, and the second set of footsteps you hear turns around the corner. You hold person.
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead and it's a what's the save on it?
15 wisdom.
Okay, she does save. It's a woman, like in a sleeping gown. She just turns the corner and goes, What's happening? And that will be her turn. He is still stunned. You start to hear. Have you opened the door yet, Cleroy, or are you still just waiting?
I've opened the door.
Okay, so you open
Did
the
we get
door.
kid?
The kid is in there laying down after this commotion as he starts to wake up, and he like backs up into the corner. And
I'm gonna
hasn't
show
said
him my
anything.
ears. I'm just gonna show him my ears and put my hood back on, and just say I'm the good guys, and I'll let my hand out. Let him see if he takes it.
He just backs in the corner and says,
Interesting.
Help! He starts screaming. Back to Seraph.
Gonna swing on him. 23.
23 hits.
He takes. God, my damage rolls are off. 5.
Okay.
The first one. Second one. 25 to
25 hits.
hit. And he takes 7 more. I haven't rolled over a 3 yet, so.
At that point, he does go unconscious.
And I will. Does the wife look hostile, or is she just kind of like freaking out?
She looks scared, and as you see him, make an insight check.
Oops, that shouldn't be at advantage. They're both 20.
They're both 20. Okay, so she looks frightened, and as Reginald falls to the ground, you can see tears start to well up in her eyes, and for a minute you can't really tell, but then the expression on her face when she looks at you seems to be that of relief. She looks to you and she says, is he dead?
He's not dead yet, but
She
Do you want him to
she mouths to you, kill him.
Yeah.
I'll take the staff, and I'll just like over the top onto the head.
Okay, he is dead. She
Dang.
hears her kid screaming help, and she looks at you to see if she can pass. Basically,
I'll let her go.
as you move, she runs in and sees Cleroy and stops again. Are you gonna let her by?
Yeah. I'll say, is this kid yours?
she says yes, it's my son. Can I get to him?
Not until you
Sure.
look at my ears.
So you get out of the way. He goes in there. He's screaming a little bit, and she goes in to try to comfort him. She says, "It's okay, it's okay," and he calms down a little bit.
I'll move in. I'll go. Please, keep quiet. Be quiet. As quiet as you
She
can.
looks at you. And she nods, and she's like, "It's okay." She's just like patting his head, and she says, "Who are you?"
I'm with
We're with a friend named Yarel. Trin might know who she is.
You see the look on his face turns from that of terror to the terror goes away, but he's still very alerted, I guess, for lack of a better word.
I know it's scary, Trin, but don't worry. We're gonna get you somewhere safe.
And she says, can you take us out of here?
We'll take you to Yarel. You'll be safe there.
You sure?
Yes, you'll be safe.
Will they follow us?
We'll make sure that they won't.
She's sort of stops for just a second. Can we pack a few things?
Please hurry.
Okay. And she says,
I'll
she
help.
looks at
I'll help
Trin.
him pack too.
She says, "Come on, Trin. We have to get ready."
Does she
And
wonder why he's covered in webs?
She hasn't noticed really. She's like, "Yeah, this is awfully webby in here." But she says, come on, Trin. We have to get ready." And he seems a little reluctant to leave, but eventually it's okay. And she grabs her hand, and as he comes out of the closet and sees his dad bleeding on the ground, he just about blows it. And she immediately just grabs his head and like pulls it into her shoulder, and you can hear him screaming into her shoulder, and he's like trying to fight her. And as she sort of turns toward you, she has her eyes are sort of down, but she mouths "thank you." And she eventually gets him calmed down and says, "It's okay. We're gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay."
I'll try
And-
to keep him from seeing the body anymore. I'll
Okay.
stand in front of him so he can't see it.
Okay.
Drag the body in the
So
closet.
she gets him out of that room and back into the
I'll
other
take-
bedroom.
And I'll take the body and put it into where he was in that tiny closet.
Okay. She takes him into the other bedroom. They get a few things together, and says, "Let's go."
Let's go. We're gonna head out.
I say, should we burn the house?
I don't think there's a reason to burn the house.
We don't need that. It'll alert them quicker, Beak. Can you cast Pass Without a Trace on us again?
Okay.
And we'll do that and sneak out with everyone.
Go ahead and have can I get everyone to make a stealth check?
Boom. It was so close to a 17.
Oh my gosh, 17, 17, 17. Do that again. 27's around.
And they rolled decent as well. Yeah, so you guys make it out of town without being noticed. Are you going back to the tower? Are you meeting up with
Why did they go out of town?
Galahad
Yeah, I was about to
and-
say.
Are you going through the gates, or are you going out to the
whenever-
woods and over?
Whenever we get to the woods, I'll go to the woods. Whenever we get to the woods, I'll message them and say, "We got the boy and the mother. We're leaving.
We got
Let's meet at the
package.
tower and then we'll head out."
David, your microphone's really quiet tonight.
Okay. So you guys get over to the tower, get inside the
better.
tower, and she's like looking around. She seems a little scared because this is weird for her. The boy is still pretty upset. And he's starting to sob loudly now that you're out of town. He can't hold it in anymore. And she's just like off on one side of the tower trying to comfort him.
I'll, if she's okay with it, I'll carry him on my back, so he can.
Well, this is once you guys have reached the tower,
Oh, okay. Okay.
so you're good.
Alright.
Could I just make a second tower?
I mean, I don't think you can have two up at the same time. I think that one goes away if you cast it again.
Does it?
I mean, that's usually how those things go.
Tower.
often
How,
do
how
they
much?
hanging up,
How
though.
much longer is it gonna last? I mean, it's got like
I
30
can just
minutes
cast
left,
a spell
right?
again to keep it going.
Oh, okay.
Is there anything else you guys would like to do for the evening?
Do we want to sleep or do we want to travel?
We can
I
just
think
travel.
I think we should try to get some information from her. What's really going on here?
We can do that while we walk.
Story.
Let's go. Let's get away from this town. Try to avoid main roads.
I mean, we're like an hour from the town. Like, we're not close.
Yeah, it's a little ways away. The tower was.
Because it took us an hour to get back to town.
So are you guys going to move or are you staying for the night?
Are we moving? I think moving's probably a good idea to get a little further out.
My vote's to move at least for a little
Yeah.
bit. Maybe get 2 or 3 hours away.
Alright, moving it is.
Okay, so as you guys start to leave,
Go to the Tigers.
Trin starts to like throw a fit now that he realizes what is happening, that you are taking him from his home, essentially. And he starts being loud and aggressive, and the mom looks to you guys, could you help me? Just subdue him.
Okay.
All right.
I will turn into a giant spider.
Oh, God.
I can cast Calm Emotions.
Okay.
I could just knock him out.
Because I actually learned that just in case. I actually readied that spell just in case the guards got
There we
crazy.
go. Calm Emotions. Bam. What a
Well, I was
great
just thinking
spell.
that we could just knock him
Good
out.
spell.
I'll cast Calm Emotions.
Okay, so Beak turns into a giant spider, which makes Trin and
Fangs
his mother
dripping with poison.
start to freak out a
Paralyze
little
this
bit. Melmore
It's
casts
okay,
calm
it's
emotions on
okay.
everyone, and
Beak is a sneaky one. Don't worry.
Trin begins to calm down. He's not actively throwing a fit now, but he just sits down and is quietly sobbing. Like he's calmed, but he's still
You're telling me
Doesn't
Calm
seem willing
Emotions is like
to
a
move.
Xanax?
pretty much.
All right. Simple. I'll just grab him over my shoulder. Here,
Yeah,
I'll
a
just
mi-
grab him
a
over my
minute's all right.
shoulders.
As soon as he sits down, the mom starts to try to talk to him, and she's saying, we can't stay here now. It's okay. You're going to be free now. It's okay. You don't have to. No more closets. Never again.
You're gonna go to a place where there's a lot of kids just like you. You'll make friends.
Tell him he can ride on
You'll
my
see.
back. That'll be
He's
fun.
and he's not. I mean, because of calm emotions, he's not freaking out. But he's like, my dad is dead.
No. He's not dead. He was just sleeping intently
With
in a
blood coming
pool
out
of
his head.
strawberry jam.
What is why? And she sort of tries to comfort him again. She says, it's for the best, Trin. I promise everything's going to be okay. Go ahead and make a perception check, Seraph.
Perception. Oh man, that
Almost.
was.
Melmore can make one as well because he's up there like casting spells and stuff. And I guess
Perception.
anyone else who's like gathered around this can make one if
I
you
have
want to.
I have 8 eyes.
8 perception checks, 1 for each eye.
All right, so Beak and Melmore, you both can notice that Clearway, you cannot. But Beak and Melmore, you can notice that both Trin and his mother have bruises on just like at the edges of where their clothing is covering. But eventually, she calms Trin down enough. That plus calm emotions for the next minute is enough to convince him to keep walking.
I'll whip up a quick web sled. I'll drag it behind my spider body.
Okay.
They can sit if they want.
I can cast Cure Wounds on them.
Okay.
If they're damaged at all, like with the bruises and whatnot that we noticed.
If you want to, go ahead.
All right, I'll cast Cure Wounds on the mother first, and then once on the kid.
Okay. Yeah,
If we
that
wanna roll.
that helps. The bruises start to lighten.
Does his spider welt to go away?
Yes, it does. How after a little bit of walking, especially after the minute after that calm emotions is up, you see Tren just like fall to his knees, and he says, "Okay, I can't walk right now," and he climbs over to your sled.
Oh, yeah.
And his mom sits there with him and just sort of holds him while you pull the sled.
4 hours of this.
Okay.
Web sled.
All right. So which way are you guys going? Back through the jungle, or through the forest?
I say we go see the spiders or the tigers.
What?
Is that the way you're going?
The tiger land.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we can go through the Tigerland. Why not?
It's a cozy spot. Well,
Okay.
Beak's at home there.
Just wanted to know if you're going to try to trek back the way you came, if you're going to try to use the road to go around.
No roads.
Where are we going? We don't.
All right.
We don't
have
need
roads.
roads.
Too many incidents
Yeah.
with mailmen on the roads.
Yeah.
Hey, you got a bag of holding out of a mailman, or
That's true.
Yeah.
Mailmen hold important things. Okay, so you guys travel through the night. Is that the plan?
Yeah.
Okay, I need everyone to make Constitution saving throws.
Except for the
15.
kid and his mom.
Ooh.
Beak, you take a point of exhaustion. Cleroy, you take a point of exhaustion. And the mother and Trin will get some sleep on either on the sled or when that's up. Actually, they'll try to they'll be rested better than you will anyway. Well, are you going to just do it for 4 hours? Or are you going to use another 4-hour burst?
As a spider?
Yeah. To
Is that how
carry
long
the
it's?
sled.
How far are we going?
I don't know. How far are you going?
I mean, if we keep
Farther
going,
we
I've got.
wanna
I was just gonna do 4 hours, but if they need it, I'll ask when they go out if they want to keep the sled. I can do it again.
Okay. Well, I would say that around that 4-hour time, they would be asleep on the sled.
I'm not pulling that thing. So
don't you don't you have a levitate or something, Galahad? Make it light.
I do not. You mean like Tinter's floating disc?
No, just like levitate the sled that he made. That they're on.
it's okay.
I
I
don't.
can. How much longer do we have till we get to the tigers? Is that a day's trip?
I could summon an
It's about a
aberration
day.
that could pull the sled.
Yeah, I think we're
How
far
long
enough
it
to
was
summon
exactly,
a
but we'll
tower.
say it's a full day.
I think it's summon a tower now and just rest, take a long rest.
Yeah, we're 5 hours from town now.
Yeah.
And yeah, the summoning multiple towers, that's a DM call because there's nothing in the spells that says you can't.
Well, then, yeah, I'm going to say you cannot summon an army of towers. I'm going to say when you cast it again, the other one goes away.
That's how most of those tower spells work.
Yeah.
There's no writing in it that specifically denies it. So,
What's the name of the spell?
Galder's Tower.
So if we go 4 more hours, I'll do another 4 hours of spider.
The way it would work is like
If you want
I
to keep
could-
going, I can take an hour break and do another 4 hours. But
Yeah.
otherwise,
I
I
think
think
we
we're
can.
just gonna stop.
We're a few
Yeah.
hours out now, so we can rest.
Yeah, let's take a long rest. Let's
Yeah.
set up a tower, take a long rest, let the kid calm himself down after some time.
We're gonna need multiple towers at this rate.
I don't even
How
see
many,
that
how many
spell.
people does it hold?
Galders is in. What book is that one in? That's in Morden.
Xanathar, I think.
Oh,
I can link you the spell if you really want to see it. Basically, the thing is like I could essentially just use another spell slot to summon another tower.
Yeah, if you can link it, link it. If it's in roll 20.
It's in roll 20. Well, I'm gonna cast it. Apparently, that's how you get it to. Nope, nope.
Then you hit
that's
the little chat bubble next to it.
There you
and
go.
it'll-
Chat bubble. Bam. There's an alternative usage of the spell, which is to cast again to make it. Well, that's meant to make it permanent or to reset the timer, but
I mean, the only wording in it about that is you can cast a spell again while it is active to maintain the tower's existence for another 24 hours. So I would say that when you cast it a second time, it either re-ups the one or you can cast a new tower.
okay. New tower is in a second tower.
No.
You're no fun. I could just expend another spell slot, right?
You could just take a year and cast like 4 towers a day, and you build yourself a a keep
A
and
village, yeah.
How many people does it fit?
You're speaking my language there, bud.
Well, I mean, if you cast it as a
It's-
ritual, it doesn't take a spell slot. So,
No, but I could use a spell slot. Is what I'm saying.
I mean, you could, but it's going to be the same thing. It's like I do not believe the intention of the spell is for you to make a village. I think it is for you to make a tower.
I'm gonna add
how
to
else?
ask.
How else can you be some sort of like crazy high level mage if you only got one tower?
Yeah,
Well, that's if you're a crazy high level mage, then you can make one tower over the course of a year, and then make another tower over the course of a year, and then they'll be permanent. So yeah, since you're dragging them twice, they will get the rest in.
I'll ask old Jay Crawford on Twitter.
I like how this went from, I think it's a DM call to I'm going to ask someone above the DM.
That's right.
Because I
Well,
didn't get
because
the
you're-
answer
hey.
I wanted.
That's right. You dang straight.
All right, so to move this on, we are going to set up a
Then if he
tower
says
now.
no,
Take
I
a
got
long
nowhere to
rest.
go.
Yes, I suggest
So,
that.
so yeah, as the sun is starting to come up, or I guess it has been up for a little while because you guys did that in the middle of the night. So it's been up for a little while. You set up the tower. Trin and his mom are able to just sit and contemplate what's happening. Are you looking for the tiger's beak?
Are we there already?
Well, you're about a day away, roughly. I mean, a little less. But is that a thing you're doing on the trip? Is looking for them?
Keep my eyes open for him.
Okay,
For
go ahead and make a survival check. Okay. They're not here, but you think you got a pretty good idea on which way to go to get to them.
And at some point, I will have taken out the sending stone and let Yarel know that we're coming with Trin and his mother, and what happened.
Okay. She responds to you that she's glad Trin's okay.
See you soon.
Okay.
They can sleep on the second floor.
I'll do a fly around as an owl again. Not for 4 hours though. It's like an hour. I need an hour I think to get my rest, my spells back. But I'll do an hour fly around, just kind of get a survey of the land.
Okay.
That we're going into.
Okay. Yeah,
That
you
will
can see it.
assist my path. Basically just working for my survival check there.
Yeah, with that survival check, you guys have, I mean, you've backtracked pretty well.
I don't want to run any of those plants, those angry plants, which I probably couldn't see from up here anyway, but I want to see them again.
So are you taking a long rest for the day, or are you just going to take like a short rest and keep going, and then long rest at night? What are you doing?
Oh, so what time of day is it when we set up this tower?
It's probably early afternoon or late morning, I guess, like 10 or 11.
Oh, we went for like. Wait, didn't we leave the town like at midnight?
Yeah,
But
so
we went through the night, right?
You left town around, we'll say 11 or midnight. Takes an hour to get to the tower, and then 8 hours of travel. So
Okay.
it's around 9 to 11 a.m.
So I would say we're probably just gonna rest for like an hour or two just to catch our breath and stuff.
Some of us have exhaustion though, so it'd be nice to get that away.
Is that a long rest for exhaustion?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well,
Oh, wait, I think
we'll just spend the day.
Doesn't Lesser
Well-
Restoration do that? Fix that?
I believe it may be greater. I don't remember which one it does, but I mean, you would know from experience as long as you take it a long rest tonight,
Yeah.
you'll be fine. I'm not going to make you do a con check through the middle of the day.
Lesser doesn't. Do it.
We could spend the day resting and then try to get some information from the mom about what the story is, what was happening, because we don't know the story. What was going on?
Lesser restoration will recover 1 level of exhaustion, and greater restoration will cover all levels of exhaustion.
I can cast lesser restoration.
Yeah, I can too.
I can cast greater restoration.
So I'll put that on myself.
I'll show you.
Well, I don't have any spells, so I guess we're gonna have to wait till.
No, I can't cast greater restoration.
We gotta wait till I get a rest anyway, so I don't have any third level spells or second level spells.
You could cast it at a higher level.
Yeah, but that's my conjure animal. I don't touch my third levels. I gotta conjure those animals just in case.
Okay, so are you taking a long rest in the middle of the day, or a short rest and then long rest later?
I don't care. Whatever.
I think we go ahead and do the long rest just so everybody's
Yeah, why
back.
not? Yeah, fully charged.
Okay.
We don't have any hurry to be getting anywhere at this point.
And while I do my fly around, if I see anything coming at us, then I'll let them know.
We're in the middle of nowhere.
Okay, yeah, there's not... go ahead and make a perception check for Beak. In the tower, you guys are pretty safe.
I'm an owl, so don't we get the advantage?
Yeah, you'll do it as your owl stats.
I'll take the other one.
So that's a 15 plus what's your owl?
I don't know what my owl is. Yeah, owl's +1, so it's
Is
plus
that it?
1 more than me, so 20.
Oh, one more.
Nope,
Okay.
they're +5.
Okay. Yeah, as looking around, you don't see... Does not appear anything is following you, but you had at least... Like, before people in the town would have woken up, you had at least 6 hours on them, so... Okay, so you guys are long resting. Anything while you're resting?
Nope.
We wanna
Just
talk-
sleepy
We wanna-
time.
Just meditating before I go to bed. And I'll try to keep an eye on the kid and the mom before I go to
You can
sleep.
sleep on
I'll
the
stay
second
in
floor with them.
I'll stay on the same room with them.
Okay. You can see that Trin is still having... he's still throwing smallish fits every now and then.
I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put an
turn-
alarm on the door.
I will turn into a this Beak thinks this is okay. Into like a cat-sized fuzzy spider. and I will try to cuddle up with him. Not cuddle up with him, but like like
You'd do better to turn into a kitty cat or something.
Beak doesn't know
Beak
that.
Beak doesn't know. Beak thinks
Uh,
spiders are the best thing ever. Who wouldn't like a spider?
You can
So I'll,
so while Beak is out flying around, you can see that the Trin goes from back and forth from sort of being just sort of calm and a bit sad seeming to having like rageful fits, and sometimes like in those fits does end up hitting his mother, and she doesn't complain about it. She's just trying to calm him down.
Are you telling me we just rescued a dickhead?
I think Melmore is he kind of watching what's going on, but he gets the Seraph because he thinks Seraph's better with people than he is, because he's really not that good with people. And he says maybe you should get some information, find out what's happening with them. How can we help if we don't know what's going on?
I figure we
Yeah.
can once we get to the labyrinth. Give him
It's
time to
it's a
adjust.
while to put up with this.
I mean, if they give us information, he's still gonna be a little brat, I think.
Yeah, I don't need no domestic abuse in my towers.
I'll go sit with him. How long has he been kept in that closet?
For a few months now.
Does his abilities start manifesting then?
I think I know what you're talking about, and yes, he's. What are you? Are you magic? Do you know magic?
I can do a couple of. My friends here at Galahad and Melmore and Beak, they are very much practiced practitioners.
She turns back to look at him, and he's just sort of up against the wall, sitting, knees to chest. Is there anything you can do for him? Make him just sleep or anything.
That's
I
not a
mean-
spell I have.
I can keep him still for a minute.
Oh, rough.
I'm not gonna say that.
Can keep him still for about 6 seconds.
I can cast sleep.
I could,
Galahad,
There's
my
another way.
friend
We can just knock him out.
Galahad can put him to sleep for
I
a
could
while.
cast calm emotions again.
If that would be something that you would want.
Just for now, can you do that?
Galahad.
Yes. Well, it's got a pretty wide area.
We'll stand back.
Okay. Like wide enough that you would just need to leave the second floor.
Okay.
I mean, you can. I would say for the
I can-
purposes of this, you can cast it outside the tower, like past where the tower wall is, if you wanted to.
Oh, okay. All right, yeah. I'll just
That
do
won't
it
always
like
be
that.
the case, but in this situation, I'm not going to make you put everyone to sleep.
I put everyone. Well, if he's got the lowest HP, just kick him first, and then we'll cast sleep.
Just roundhouses. 13.
Yeah, just roundhouse him in the
Oh.
dome, and then I'm like, perfect, sleep. All right, we'll cast sleep.
Okay. At what level? And what you have to roll dice, right?
Yeah,
Do it
you know
at
what?
max
We're,
level.
we're taking a nap, so I cast sleep at 4th level.
I can meld him in stone for 8 hours. I'll keep him quiet.
He falls asleep.
He was like, "You ain't gonna put me to sleep."
All right, count to 3, and you don't even make it to 3.
You saw his eyes closed and the windows like turn off sound happened. Boom, boom, boom.
How long does that keep them asleep?
Well, it's supposed to only last. The spell's duration is a minute, but I think it's like you have to shake them awake.
Yeah, for like non-monster,
Combat.
non-heroes, it's
Yeah,
I will say that it lasts a bit longer than 1 minute.
yeah.
So will it
Like you're
last
putting them to
the,
sleep, and if you're not shaking them to wake them up, they're just gonna
Well,
stay asleep. For
So
a
it'll
while.
last the entire long rest.
We'll see.
There's an alarm on the door, so he can't run away anyways.
But anyway, after she looks back and he falls asleep, her posture sort of relaxes a bit. She says, "Yes, he'd shown the ability that he could control some magic. Reginald got orders to take him in, but his solution was to just lock him in a closet and punish him anytime he showed any kind of magical ability.
How long has he been involved with the Brotherhood?
I don't know for sure. Longer than what I knew when I first met him. He seemed like a good man at the time. How long till we get to this place?
How long is it going to take?
Oh man. I was hoping maybe you had kept track. Let me look. I think it's like,
DM job.
oh man, let me look. You guys are
It took us a week from Nula to DeFord. I got that written down, and it took us 3 days from there to from Labyrinth to Rockholm. That's what we did coming here. 3 days to Rockholm, and then it took us a week from Nula to through the jungle.
so yeah, probably like 2-ish weeks. 1.5,
I'll-
2 weeks.
I'll tell her that.
She says,
It's going to be a while.
oh dear, I hope I can convince him a little bit. Otherwise this is going to be a difficult journey.
We'll help.
I'm afraid
I
he may
just
have
can't
picked up
sleep
some
on
of
him
his,
every night.
some of his father's bad habits.
Can maybe
There we go.
Galaga work with him and do some magic?
Or we can just knock him out the
Maybe.
entire time. Every time he gets up,
Oh.
knock him out again.
She says, I
Dang.
think he has it in him to be normal, for lack of a better word. I mean, but and non-violent. But I think it's going to take some time. He's been angry with himself even for having magic, and it's Reginald's fault and mine for not doing anything.
I know living in the Empire, you've probably been taught your whole lives that magic is bad and the other races are inferior to you, but magic can do wonderful things. And it's a gift that he was blessed with. And it needs to be nurtured and taught so he can control it and he can do good with it.
She sort of nods and says, I believe that now. Before any of this happened, I was content to just dislike it. But I'd never encountered anyone who had any magic, so it didn't matter. But then Trin started showing signs of it, and I was forced to make a decision, and I made one, but I'm afraid I didn't take the proper action.
Now that you're away from that situation, you have all the time in the world to make up for lost time. Just be there for him and help him along his way.
What is it?
We'll try to do the same.
What is this place that we're going to? What is it like?
It's called the Labyrinth, and it's a sanctuary for children that possess abilities like Trin. And there's one wizard there, Yarel. She's a big furbolg. I don't know if you've ever seen those
what?
before. Furbolg. She's
What-
like a goat person, like a big
A big
Tall.
goat person.
goat person.
That's okay. She
She protects them. They're in an area where you have to be able to produce a password, and you are basically teleported into the sanctuary, and you'll be safe there. It's protected, and Tren will be able to learn about his abilities. He'll be able to practice with other children, and hopefully make a good amount of friends.
Are any of the other children's mothers there?
We haven't seen any, have we?
Nope. It's been just kids in URL.
You'll be the first.
Okay.
But usually we've helped a couple of kids get there, and most of the time parents are just wanting their kids to be safe. And they don't want to cause any more issues that could arise from them going, I guess. But you'll be okay there. I'll make sure of it.
Okay.
Who knows, maybe you can help these kids with
Maybe you
what they're
can-
missing.
You have a
They
sending
need a
set.
good
Let
mother.
him talk to Urel. Like, maybe she can calm him down.
Well, you
Well,
would
he's
know
asleep.
that Yorel has been talking to Trin about once a week. So
But I think
she
it's
does have the
well,
capacity to talk to him. She's basically Trin's mom says, "Okay, I'm just gonna go sit and breathe."
Get some rest.
She goes and sits next to Trin.
I'll go meditate for a while and then go to sleep.
Anyone else doing anything?
Cleor is asleep.
I accidentally hit him with the sleep spell. Knocked him out.
All right, you guys take a long rest, and it's as you awake, the sun is setting.
Fantastic. We leave.
Yeah, this is what I was suggesting.
I disarm the alarm and we all walk out.
Whenever we
Tower
leave, I'll
disappear.
pull Galahad back a little bit. Hey, Galahad, you think you could talk to the kid a little bit? Maybe try and show him a few things as we're
you
traveling.
want me to teach him like prestidigitation?
Something simple.
Make
Just
him
show
feel
him
comfortable with magic.
that his abilities aren't something to be afraid of.
Okay. Not much of a teacher.
Teaching
Well-
shit, just make him feel comfortable with it.
We can all grow as individuals on this trip, right?
Says you. You grew as an individual. You killed that guy in cold blood.
Hey, listen, you're lucky it wasn't me, because I would have probably slit his throat.
I mean, is that worse
So
or
lucky.
better than like? Yeah, man, what a lucky guy. All right, I guess yeah. I'll stay back and I'll try to teach the kid maybe prestidigitation, the easiest wizard spell.
Okay.
Unless
well,
he's a sorcerer, then I can't teach him anything.
as you're walking, you notice he is very closed off. Does not seem to want to talk to anyone. Is mostly looking at the ground as you walk.
I could impress him with some illusion magic and things like that. God, I got some fun spells that aren't about killing people or drowning them or anything.
I know your dad just died. Here's a balloon animal. Look, it's a dog. I can do a giraffe too.
That's right. I found
Hey,
this
listen.
memento the other day and I hand it to him and it says, "Your dad deserved to die."
I can use some sleight of hand. I can use some magic
Just
tricks.
card tricks.
Yeah, exactly.
Are any of you trying to interact with him at all?
Yeah, I'm
I'll-
gonna try to teach him. I'm gonna tell him I can teach him how to use magic.
Listen in on this, and I'll speak up. And
Oh,
I'll
by the
say-
way, when you turned into a spider, he tried to kick you away. When he tried to snuggle up to him as a big fuzzy spider.
Not a big fan of spiders.
I'll tell him, don't listen to them. You should pay attention to nature, animals, maybe plants. Say, watch this. I'm gonna cast Speak with Plants, which
Makes it look like you're walking up to a plant and going, "Can you tell me something?"
I imbue these plants within 30 feet, limited sentience and animation. They can communicate. So all the plants around, I'm going to say, "Hello, plants."
And
No
this, children,
response.
is called LSD.
And I don't think it's just me. I think it's like can everyone hear it?
I think it's the person that you choose to imbue with it. I don't know if it's self only or if you can choose one person, but it's not everyone. I don't
No,
think.
I'm casting out. It's on the plants, 30 feet within of me. Plants within. I imbue plants with 30 feet of me, limited sentience and animation.
Okay.
So I want
So-
to do that.
Can you link the spell for me? Because I think that's. Does that mean you can speak with plants? Giving them the ability to communicate with you and follow your simple commands, so they can only talk to you.
Oh, never mind. I won't do it then.
Make another
He
survival
casts
check
it,
for
all
me.
the plants are talking to him. He's just like, "I can hear them."
Look, it's really cool. He's like,
I will.
14. Okay.
He can make them move the branches and stuff. Like
Yeah, I'll
You
do
can
it.
ask
I mean,
him
I guess
to.
if you can't hear them, they can still animate, and I will we'll sway, and we'll
Say kumbaya.
yeah, well, we'll do I'll do some tricks with the plants, and I'll ask them how the way is ahead. If there's any interesting things happening around here, if they've seen any humans, I'll also ask them that.
Which plant are you asking?
All of them,
All of them?
all plants within 30 feet, all the grass,
Are
everything.
you directing your questions to any one of them though, or are you just
Nope, just all
open
of them.
for them?
Yep.
Okay.
Each time he
Plants
walks,
of
he
the
just hears
wild.
grunting from the grass.
Teach me the way.
Ow! Oh!
Let's say as you ask that, you get like multiple answers and they sort of overlap over each other. But the gist is, we never talked to you before, a human thing before.
I have we got 10 minutes, so I'll have a chat with him. I want to put on a show here, and we're gonna sway. I'm okay. Go to this way, and then go this, and then so we can put on a show for this kid. Show him just how cool it is to be a druid.
Make a persuasion check.
Ooh.
He is not particularly impressed. You can see, like, instead of just looking down the whole time, he does look. And the plants have agreed to sway somewhat. But he looks up
Just
at him
looks like
and
the
just
wind's
keeps
blowing.
going.
I get a high five from the nearest sunflower.
Yeah, he looks up at that and then not that big a deal to him. Your survival, though, you do find the trail of the tigers.
Huh.
Which if you follow today, you will run into them.
Am I in front? Am I leading this?
I don't know. Who's leading it?
Okay. If I'm leading, I'm just gonna go that way, as if that's the direction.
I should know which way to go. I'm not going that way. Just going the right way.
I mean, the tigers are on your way.
If they're on
technically.
our way, okay.
Yeah.
because that's the way you came from, and it was the quickest route you on that way. So
I took speak with animals today just so I.
Yeah, just so you could do it.
That would be impressive for the kid.
Yeah, that would be impressive for the kid.
Tigers coming out, we're
I'm
like,
gonna make an illusion of the kid's dad leaning down behind him and going, "This is the right way.
This is the way.
so
This is the way."
as you guys are walking, Beak, you know you're getting close, and suddenly like the kid stops, and you all look over, and there's the tiger staring at the kid, just sort of doing that low growl.
I will wave and speak with animals.
I'll step in front of the kid, so just in case.
The tiger looks up at the kid and starts doing that, and then he sees Beak, and like walks past the kid with his eyes on him, and just sort of walks up to Beak and nuzzles him.
I will. I'll ask the tiger how his week has been, or like 3 days or whatever it's been.
It's like it's
Anything?
been pretty
anything
good.
new?
Didn't have to hunt for a day. Thanks to that the food you left last time.
Oh yeah, we'll do it again.
It went bad
Yeah.
after a day or so, but
It was good until then.
Yeah.
I
This
mean,
time-
tigers can eat rotten meat.
This time, I'm gonna cast Fabricate. I'm gonna get some wood, and I'm gonna cast Fabricate and fabricate a trough, like a giant trough,
There
for
you go.
water. And when I summon food and water, the water's gonna go in that trough and stay there like a drinking.
okay.
Yeah, what a guy.
So you
So
do
I'm gonna
that.
cast Fabricate.
Okay.
I'm gonna create like a wooden trough.
Oops.
And then I'm gonna summon food and water, and the water's because you can summon it into containers, so the water will go into the water trough, and the food will be on the ground next to it.
All of a
Okay.
sudden, all the birds. woof.
Yeah. Every
The
bird
tigers
in
are like,
the-
"Ugh." Yeah, you do see some birds come down, and one of the tigers walks over to it, and "Rah!" And the birds fly off.
And then I look at Galahad and said, "Make it taste like meat.
Make it taste like meat.
The
Make
water?
it taste and smell like meat."
I don't know. The water can be
Meat
water.
water.
The water. I'm not talking about the food. 'Cause
Bacon
it's
flavor.
bland. It's very
My cat
bland.
would
Yeah,
love
sure, I can
meat
make
flavored water.
What is this? This is delicious.
Meat water.
We give her a can. All she does is she just looks up the juice. She cares
So-
about
Oh,
it, she
you
just looks
cat
up the
food?
juice.
Yeah, that like
Mhm.
wet cat food.
So Trin, after being frozen in place, coming face to face with a tiger, sees it like nuzzling up to you, and you see just the slightest bit of a half smile on his face.
I'll tell the tiger
Stew.
here. What do we give these names? Names of these tigers? I'll give Tony here. I'll
Tony.
tell Tony
Oh, great!
uh,
Let me
to.
tell you about my frosted flakes.
I'll tell him about what happened. I'll say bad dad.
Dad.
Sad kid. Go say hello.
He looks up at you and looks over at Trin, who's still like staring at him, sort of in awe. And he walks over to Trin and just sort of stands in front of him. And Trin's like starts to get a little scared. He's like,
I'll kneel next to Trin and I'll put my hand on the tiger and say, "It's okay, you can pet him."
he reaches out and pets him a little bit, and starts to, you can like see a lot of the tension that he's been carrying starts to give way a little bit as he's petting this enormous cat.
They say cats are good for stress. I mean, just saying.
He looks at you, Seraph. Says, why isn't he eating me?
I know you're afraid of your powers,
Just
but
say magic.
magic's not bad. It can be used for good. And if you use it the right way and you learn the right techniques, you can do things like this. You can befriend animals. You can talk to them. Just ask
So-
Beak. He talks to him all the time.
Maybe we should take him to Master.
No.
Master could use more help.
I don't think
Trin
your
just
master wants
keeps-
that beak.
Petting the tiger. The tiger rolls over and shows him its belly. And he's like starts rubbing his belly. He says, "Oh, you're just a friendly tiger, aren't you?" And he
Bites his
he
head
puts
off.
his paw up on his shoulder. He's like, "Oh, jeez." He keeps petting him.
Okay. So 10 minutes. I can speak with him, and that's a good. Beak will stay here as long as we can.
We'll stay for like 30 minutes and then.
Yay.
Okay.
Cleo loves the tigers.
So he comes up to you, Seraph, because you were the one who's been talking to him. He says, "How do you know the magic? You can you talk to the tigers or just
I can.
him?"
Just speak.
And you can see him sort of get a little bit nervous.
It's okay. Beak won't hurt you. I know the spider was scary. It freaked me out the first. It still freaks me out, but it's not. He's not dangerous. He won't hurt you.
He's like a big bird.
He's called a
It's
kenku.
not yellow.
A kenku?
Yes.
Is it okay if I talk to him?
Yes. He would welcome it.
So he comes up and chats you up, Beak, for basically the rest of the time today, talking to animals. And
I will tell him
specifically the tigers.
every small thing I know about animals. Finally, someone wants to know. It's been waiting months for this.
Rest of the trip, Beak's gonna have a kid hanging on his leg the whole way.
Okay, so for the ease, or for brevity, now that you've sort of relieved Trin a little bit, and he's talking to some of the people in the party, what route are you going to take back?
Whatever's the safest.
Okay. Are you going to go through Wayfield, or are you going to go around Wayfield?
I think around Wayfield.
Okay.
Probably
Around
should
any
avoid-
cities.
We should avoid major cities right now for.
Any cities that are controlled
The
by the
Empire.
Empire. I think Rockholm would be okay, but
You won't have to go through Rockholm. You will have to go through Kibaram, which is also a dwarf city, which should be fine, you think. So yeah, you guys go around Wayfield, and over the course of this next week or so, anytime you see an animal, Trin goes to Beacon. So could you talk to that one? Could you talk to that one? Could you talk to that one?
And I do. Every time.
Do you do anything with?
more than happy every time.
I don't know where Ka has been this entire time, but are you calling
he
Ka?
just- Oh yeah, he just flies around.
Okay.
Sure, I'll let Caw hang out with him.
Okay.
Caw is his own person.
Yeah, Ka's super
he's
intelligent.
he's smart enough. Yeah.
Yeah, he's smarter than I am, I think.
Like a stupid big bird. So yeah, you over the course of the week, you convince Ka to sit on Trin's shoulder for a while. He enjoys that. You go through Kibaram, and then through Middlefield, and then down the river to the labyrinth. Again, this over the course of a few weeks. Trin still occasionally does freak out, but it's far less frequent and far less intense. But you eventually make it to the labyrinth. Get inside there, and he sees all the other kids, and the mom sees all the other kids, and they're a little apprehensive about what to do.
If you'd like, you could go say hi and introduce yourself. I'll take them over and introduce them to everyone.
Okay, Uriel comes down and says... First, Uriel comes down, and both Trin and his mom are sort of taken aback by this large humanoid that has like a cow's face. And but as Uriel starts talking, you can see it, and Trin first starts to relax because he has talked to her before. And eventually they get sort of settled in, and there's a bit of an agreement that Trin's mom's kind of looking forward to just becoming the den mother of all these kids, while Uriel does the more magic-y teacher side of it.
Oh, look, we brought a nanny too.
We're bringing employees.
She owes us money now. We brought her a nanny.
But you get Trin settled in, and his mom's like sort of, like I said, just sort of starts taking care of things, cleaning up a bit, as the kids have not always kept their little areas as clean as she thinks they should be. But Urel didn't really notice. What would you like to do now?
I'll say hello to my sister.
Yeah.
I will turn into a flying bird
it-
and you can show her that.
She's very excited for you. Very excited.
So we know that there's war brewing between the Empire and maybe the dwarves, for sure. So that much
yeah,
we know.
not sure.
But
I'll talk to Yarel at some point.
Okay.
We're here. Yarel, I've been meaning to ask you, how do you find out about these children?
She says, "Oh, it's a similar way I try to find the artifact pieces. I do general scrying techniques and look for magical auras. I mean, obviously I don't find all of them before everyone else does, but I do what I can."
Is there any way you could scry on places in the Empire where you think they might be keeping children?
I have tried, but I haven't come
I
up
mean,
with...
I assume they probably have warding.
Yeah, I haven't come up
Preventive,
with anything definitive. I haven't found any like groups of children. I had seen some of them being taken north, and Galahad, you would be able to corroborate that, as you had your initial following was to follow a group of the Brotherhood from Kalen, which is where you thought they were taking kids.
Okay.
But the group that you followed was the group that was killed in Hasto, so you couldn't follow them back to see what it was they were doing.
All right.
But yeah, that's what Ural says. They were taking... I saw some of them being taken towards the north, which Galahad can confirm is Kalen. But she couldn't follow it the whole way.
We've been to Kalen, haven't we?
Yes.
Didn't we fight someone? I can't keep track.
Took a ferry down, I remember.
Took the ferry down the
Yeah.
river to Hasto, and then crossed over to Demore.
I think Kalen was a farming town.
Yes. That's where...
So Yarel.
That's where a lot of the food that the capital gets is from. Other than that, or Melmore knows that there's something going on in the Haven Door mine, which he got the inkling that his buddy wanted him to check out, or at least let him know if he did find anything about it. I think that's your remaining other lead that you knew about before this. So, what would you like to do?
Well, what do we want to do now? We're here. We saved this kid.
we should
Now go
Maybe
take
she-
care of the Empire.
we should check out that mine.
I think you're right, Elmore. That's
It
what,
might give us a clue into what's going on, where to go next to
That-
figure out what's happening.
that sounds good to me.
Yeah.
What do you
sure.
guys think?
Yeah.
I'll check in with Master real quick on my sending stone, but just make sure that she doesn't leave me.
She's
Sorry,
good.
broke up.
She's...
She goes, no, B.
I tell her all about what happened.
It's all about the tigers.
Of course, every bit.
She's got an auto recording, like a
Yes.
She just
Mhm.
sets it down and
Yes.
walks away.
It's a robocall now. She doesn't.
Just every now and then you hear, uh-huh. Ooh.
Sending someone was the worst thing ever for her. It's like, God, why can't I just stay dead?
Oh, Beak, I think I'm going through a tunnel.
Oh, Beak, I live in a cave.
And the answering machine, you've reached the master. Please leave a message after the tone.
Y'all are just jealous.
Jealous you don't have a master.
All right, I guess we're gonna head to the mine. Do we know exactly? Do I know exactly where this is at? The mine that we wanted to check out.
You have it. I mean, you know the town, which is Havendor.
What's up with the mine?
Melmore had heard rumors that were like his captain friend at Rockholm had also heard that some dwarves had died as they were expanding in Havendor mine, and they heard rumors that there might have been drow involved.
All right, and that is, where is that at exactly?
So
To where let's just say from Rockholm.
from, see what your map looks like here. Oh no. So Rockholm, that road that goes east goes to the capital, just Thromstrom, and then there's a road that comes out of that sort of wraps back around west and north, which goes to the Longspan Outpost, which is not much of a city. It's just a little spot where you can decide whether to go east or west to follow the road further, and then if you follow the road east, that goes to Havendor. So north.
So we have to go into the Thondrian Kingdom.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Rockholm is also within the Thondrian Kingdom, as is Kibarum.
All right.
Are you heading that way?
I guess we're headed
Yeah.
that way.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
It'll take you a little while to get there, but if you're like on the road, it won't.
We're gonna take whatever the fastest, easiest, non-polluted route is.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not trying to run from the authorities this time.
Okay.
Looks like it's on the way to the master. Looks like it's on the way.
I mean, you can make a stop by there if you want to. It's not that far off.
Up to you.
Because if you go north up to Middlefield first, it's pretty close to.
Beak definitely wants to.
If we start by masters, well, I'm just gonna keep going.
Are you? What business do you have with Teona?
What business do you not have?
Just come by to
I
say
guess
hi.
on the way there, I'll be looking for spiders.
Yep, spider catching.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
just look for
I
spiders.
know the
guess.
drill.
We might have to retire Beak at the master. I think. He's retired.
Go ahead and make a. This is gonna be fun. Make a perception check for anyone who's trying to find spiders.
Don't look for
Doesn't look for
spiders.
spiders.
14.
10.
So, among the three of you, you find one spider each. And Beak, are you going to try to persuade them to come?
Yeah.
Okay, go
Talk
ahead and
to 'em.
roll either animal handling or persuasion, whichever one you want to do.
Ooh.
26. So, I'll say with a 26, you do convince one to come, but the other two are like, it's been so not crowded here. There's been no other competition for food. It's been great. We're staying here.
No problems.
So yeah, you're able to get one more. Yeah, you cleared out a lot of the spider competition for resources there.
How
the
fast
ones
Give it a
that are
year.
still there.
They'll all be back. Okay.
Yeah.
So you do bring one spider to the master, who is like, "Yeah, thanks, Beak. Appreciate it."
I'll show her my flying abilities that I didn't realize I had.
Oh, she's like, "It's very good."
I know.
She knows how important that is to you, and she's genuinely happy for you about that.
But everything else, she's just worn out.
She's like, oh gosh.
I tell her we're
Ugh.
going. I'll tell her everything, all the details about where we're going. We're going to Dwarf Town. There might be drow there. We might have to kill some drow. Like you.
She's
Not kill you, but kill people like you.
You can see her. She sort of looks away. Says, just be careful, Beak. If there's a war coming, you don't want to get in the middle of it. It's dangerous. That's why I live out here.
If I get in trouble, I run.
She just nods.
Enjoy your spider.
Well, what's this one named?
Charlotte.
Charlotte.
I'm out of
Okay.
names.
If you're gonna keep looking for spiders, I'm
Okay.
gonna keep
On,
asking you to name them.
Oh, I got you one. On Peppa Pig.
Oh,
There's
jeez. There we go.
There's an episode where they find a spider. They go play with the spider, and it was banned in Australia because this is a UK
Yeah.
show, and there's no
Yeah, 'cause
venomous
spiders kill you.
spiders in the UK. But in Australia, you don't go making friends with spiders. So they don't show that one there. And the spider in that name is Mr. Spindly Legs.
No. You already had one named Mr. Spindly Legs.
I know. That's where I got it from.
Okay.
I remember. Yeah, I remember reading about that.
Mhm.
It's freaking funny.
All right. So you deliver the spider, say your farewells to Tayona, who seems a little bit worried for you.
I tell her about the web that I made, and I put a word in a web. It looked real nice.
Like, oh, I
I'm
bet.
surprised Tayona actually cares.
That's it.
All right. You guys head on
I'll-
to.
I'll using my survival and my level 8 druid mastery. I'll do a scope around her place, make sure she is safe. I'm starting to feel a little powerful, like maybe I could do her some help.
Make a perception check.
You're actually higher level than the master now.
Now I am the master.
19. Yeah, I mean, you know that there was a hole in the back of her cave, which she fixed.
Hmm.
It seems to have been stable.
Is it very stable? I can stone shape. Do I feel I need to stone shape to make it better?
You know that that's what she did to make it better.
Okay.
And it looks like it's holding. But otherwise, it is a very defensible cave now, especially with the hundreds of spiders that she is leading. It's very webby there. Every time you go, it's just more webs.
Excellent.
It's terrible. It's just a nightmare. That cave's just nightmare fuel.
Okay. I'm
All
done.
right.
I ask permission if I can go again.
Yes,
Usual.
just be careful. Just be careful.
Okay, I'm done.
All right. So you guys move through Middlefield, Kibarum, back over to Rockholm. Stop me if you want to talk to anyone in any of these towns, particularly Melmore, since you would know some people potentially in these places.
Yeah, I don't think we need any. We're just on the. Yeah, no, I don't have any interest to stop.
Okay. It is snowing for a good deal of this journey. You're up in the mountains, and it is getting later in the year. Snow slows you down just a little bit as you have to walk through it on some of the roads. You notice that as you're going through, there are dwarven like carts pulled by goats or by rams that have like a what's the word I'm looking for? A plow built to the front of them,
Yeah.
trying to keep the roads a little clearer. And you have to sort of step to the side as they go by, but then it's easier to walk up. So
They plow the roads with. Oh man.
it snows a lot up here. You gotta be on top of that kind of thing.
Magical snowplow.
You make it to Thromstrom, which is
Burning hands.
Yeah.
It's just
burning
walking in.
hands. Flamethrowering the road.
Yep. You make it to Thromstrom, which is similarly laid out to Rockholm, but on a much grander scale. This is where the king lives.
This is east of Rockholm.
Yes, east northeast. So probably around here.
Okay.
And then the road wraps back a little bit to the west, like this way, and then up. And there's a long span outpost where the road will fork to the northwest and northeast. Thromstrom is, like I said, much bigger than Rockholm. It actually is lit by a lava flow
Lid.
for a lot of it. It's very warm in there. It's a kind of a nice change from the snow outside. But if you stay there for a while, you would probably start to get a little bit warm. As you go back out and up to the long span outpost, which, like I said, is not much of a town. It's just it's like a small fort made of wood. There is a small provisions shop there, and mostly the residents there are just military, and it's just there so that you can have a short stopping point before the longer trip to either Anaran or Havendor, which is west or east. You guys continue on to the northeast. This is all through mountains the whole way. It's another couple days to Havendor. You finally do arrive at Havendor, which is in a mountain similar to the other dwarven cities. Although this one it's a lot newer city than Thromstrom or Rockholm. So it is not as grand, and it's not quite as well planned out in as far as the interior and where like buildings are and things. But you do arrive at Havendor.
Okay, fantastic.
All right, I
Okay,
guess
I'm-
as Melmar approaches the, do they have gates? Like, what are we? They
Yeah, as you walk up, it's not like I said, not as grand looking as Thromstrom or even Rockholm, but there are sort of iron doors that lead into the
an
mountain that are open.
under the mountain town, though, right? Yes,
Yeah, it's inside the mountain.
inside the mountain. Okay. So I'm assuming there's guards posted at the gate.
Yep.
All right, and so Melmor's gonna walk up to the gate and show his his officer insignia
Okay.
from Rockholm,
All right. So
and request to speak with whoever's in charge of the military garrison here.
Oh
so
man.
sure, go on in. And he like points, and it's and you can tell by the signage where it is. There's like the hammer, crossed hammers, which is what generally is the military in the Thondrian kingdom. Just show your stuff there.
All right, so Melmor's gonna make his way to the garrison inside, and he'll show his insignia to whoever's there, and want to speak to the captain.
Okay. Yep. The captain does come around, and you don't know this guy, but I mean, I don't even want to say know of him, but you know him. Like he's a captain, and
You would respect the rank, right?
Yeah,
I got it.
yeah.
So,
what can I do for you?
I came here because me and my friends came here, I should say, because we heard that there was some trouble maybe in your mines, maybe with dark elves. We heard some rumors, and we were kind of tasked to find out what's happening and see if we can be of help or service.
Well, we are planning to send a detachment down there at some point. We just haven't gotten around to it. It's a lot going on. A lot of my forces have been redeployed to the western side.
Have you lost anybody?
Not military,
know of?
but we heard there was some miners lost.
All right. I think I have to speak with my companions here, but I think we can maybe check it out for you.
That would actually be a big help.
And I guess Melmore turns to. Did everybody follow me in here, or did they go look
Yeah.
Uh,
I
around?
Yeah,
I mean,
I would say.
You just see
Okay,
Sheriff back
stop
there.
us.
You're talking. You look back, and I'm going.
Good job, man. But he
You're
says,
doing
yeah,
great.
that would
We're
actually
cheering
be a
him
big
for
help.
the background.
so I turned to the others. And I said, "It looks like they need. Well, they obviously heard what was happening, but do you guys want to go down and
Yes.
check that out for
Yes.
Of
Yes.
course. Of course.
them? All right. It looks
Leroy
like
really wants to.
it looks like my team's on board, Captain.
This is great. Let me
Just,
know what you find. From the report we got, we told them just to cave it in for now, and we'll get down there and look at it when we can. But like I said, we haven't had time to go down there. So if you go down there, be as thorough as possible. And let us know what's going on.
Officer,
if
I
you
got
don't
one thing to
mind-
say.
Oh.
Listen, officer, I got one thing to say.
He sort of
I love
looks over
your-
at you.
I love your Scottish accent.
He looks back
It's amazing.
He looks back at Melmore. It's like, this one's with you too, huh?
I just Melmore just shrugs his shoulders.
He goes, I understand.
He's adopted.
He just showed up in the woods one day and we took him in.
Melmore just shrugs his shoulders and says, "He's adopted."
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't mind, Captain, we would like because I'm not familiar with this area. Could we get just like an escort to where the mines begin?
Says, I mean,
Show me the way.
if you
Down
need one,
to the
but it's just he points, and there is towards the back of the. It's still a really big cavern because it's a dwarven town, but towards the back of it, there is a section that's like got a doorway with like the classic mine thing with a doorway with the wooden frame around it. Says you just go through there. It's a walk, but it's like a one-way walk. There's no.
All right, that's good enough. Thank you, Captain, and
bet.
we will see what we can do.
All right, let me know.
That
Much
was-
appreciated.
That we
I've been waiting
turn
for this
and
all day.
head toward the cave. He's been
Okay.
waiting for this for another week. You don't know yet. It's almost time.
This was set up because I didn't know if you guys were gonna go here first, so it's been a setup for 2 weeks. So yeah, you go over there.
So-
It's a long. You start walking down the mine shaft, and it's a pretty long walk. It's like you start walking, you're like, man, did we get there yet? It's been a while. And as you come up, there's lanterns every like 50 or so feet, and every now and then
Okay.
you'll come to a part where there's a doorway on the left or right, and you look in there, and it's like just been hollowed out, but there's no lanterns in there. And they just keep going down.
Melmore's wearing a shield, right?
Yes, Melmore has a shield.
I'll cast light on the shield.
'Kay.
To give us a little bit of extra.
I thought everybody had like dark vision in our team.
Well, it's not completely dark in here. There are lanterns. Just the big like hollowed out caverns are dark inside because there's no one in them that you can see.
Seraph can see, but he's like, it's really dark. I don't like it.
Oh, we got a big old light. We're a big old target. That's great. Let's do it.
So, after walking for probably close to a mile, you finally start to hear ting, ting, ting of rocks being broken. And you come up on some dwarves who are just doing their thing. They're mining, and it's as you're going down this, it's the corridor, and then there's another one of those like rooms, but inside this room there are lanterns, and the hallway does go a little bit further, but it starts to get dark past your vision. But there are dwarves working in this area.
Melmore's going to stop by one of the dwarves that are working because he might get some information that's not military from one of the like civilian miners, I guess. And he's going to ask the miner there, like, if if he knows of anybody that's been missing, or any problems in the mines that he knows of.
Okay. So you're just approaching what? Are you picking just a random one out, or?
Just a random miner that's working, not military person.
Okay. So as you walk into this area, I'll just say that as you walk in, a couple of dwarves turn over to you guys, and one that's wearing a hat with a little lamp attached to the front of it, little like
Yes.
small lantern.
Yeah.
Walks over to you, Melmore, and goes, I haven't seen you before.
I'm new to town. Came here because I heard some rumors that you guys had some trouble in your mines, and we're here to try to help.
Ah, you're who they finally sent down here.
You could say that.
Says, well, there was an incident, and they told us just to cave it in for now, and they'd get down here. So we caved it in. It's down, and he points back out to that corridor. It's down. It's further down. Let's see. There's we had a team of 5 down there. 2 of them didn't come back. The 3 that did come back were talking about ghosts. So we didn't know what to think for sure.
All right. Well, we will head
If
that way.
If you want to talk to them, they're around.
Where are they? Yeah.
Yeah, we'll speak to the 3 that survived.
Okay. He says there's like 2 over there, and then the 1 over there, and one of them's got gray hair. The others are like a brown hair. All dwarf. One of them's a woman. The other 2 are men. You go and talk to the 2, and they say, yeah, it was terrifying. We barely got out.
What did you see exactly?
Well, he got the closest, but all we saw was a big open cavern, and then I swear there were ghosts in there.
And did you get a look at these ghosts? What did they look like?
They look like, what does a ghost look like? It looks like a ghost. I just ran.
So it looked like an apparition, like an actual ghost. You could see through it?
Yeah.
Or you just couldn't see what was hidden, or you couldn't see anything? Well, you didn't know what was attacking
it
you.
seemed to float and move, not like a thing that was touching the ground. There wasn't a whole lot of light, so I couldn't be sure, but it seemed like I could see through it. Yeah.
All right. Well, we're gonna go.
You'll want to talk to Adric. He saw the most.
Okay. Well, point me to Adric.
It's the other dwarf a little bit further away that's got the gray hair.
All right. Well, head over to Adric.
Okay.
And walk up to him. So, Adric, you survived this the ghost encounter. Can you tell me exactly what you seen?
He turns around and his face is like much older than anyone else down here. And he turns around and says, yeah. Damn right there's ghosts down there. I didn't always look like this. I swear.
He got ghosted.
We've seen that before. No.
Yeah.
No.
Not
Yeah.
this
Did we?
campaign.
Not this campaign.
Bert
Poor
got aged.
Bert.
Didn't we fight a ghost in this campaign though?
I don't think so.
We haven't fought any undead
Or
in this campaign.
was that like
Oh, it was
pre-game?
the Mines of Fandelver. He fought a thing like that.
We haven't fought
I
any
remember when
undead in
Bert
this
turned
campaign.
old.
Can I do like a history check to see if I know what he's talking about?
Sure.
And then he gets a flashback about remembering Bert turning
I don't-
old.
Oh
I don't
man.
think I have
man.
any spells that could
You've-
restore.
You've heard of
I don't-
ghosts.
Yeah, greater restoration.
I don't have that yet. I'm one more level for that.
Oh. You have lesser restoration, right?
Yeah, but I don't think that restores
Doesn't do it.
stolen.
You have to do it pretty
life.
quick. Within, like, the
Perhaps
first-
I could do a history check. Whenever I fought the pirates, they probably talked about ghosts.
Are you proficient in history?
Probably not, but I guess I'm about to take a look.
You can make a history check if you want to. But if you're not
Ooh.
proficient, then the DC will be higher.
I am not proficient.
Yeah, either
4.
ghosts are a thing you've heard of. But he says the Adric. He says to you, he's like, I went in, and there was I could see a big stone slab on the far wall. I just wanted to try to take a look at it, and I got a little closer, and he looks at the others and looks back to you and sort of gets close to you, Melmore. He says, I couldn't read it, but it looked like deep speech on there. Undercommon.
Well,
Yes.
we're gonna my friends and I we're gonna check this out. Moradin be with me, and I hold up my holy symbol.
Moradin be with you.
And then I guess we'll head towards where they caved it in. I
Okay.
forgot to get past the cave in, but
All right. So yeah, you guys start walking that way, and sure enough, after you a little ways after, with the help of your shield, and you can see there are little metal spikes about every 50 feet as you keep going, but there just aren't any lanterns hung on them, because after they caved it in, they just brought them back. But you get to the cave-in part, and then depending on if and how you want to dig it out, that would take some time.
wonder
We
if
have.
I have stone shape. I don't think that's
Stone sheet isn't going to work though. It's only
Yeah, it's
5
not gonna
foot
work.
things.
Need mold earth.
I do not have mold earth.
I don't either.
You can close things up, but you can't move stone easily with it.
I can go through this stuff, but that's just me.
Is there water? I could use control water to move all the rock out.
I can summon water.
Flood the whole cave.
We're surrounded by dwarves. Surely they can get through here.
I mean, I can go back and get the miners to dig it out for us. It'd probably take
You're a
days.
dwarf, Melmore. Just mine it out.
It'd take more than just me. I mean, I have a pick.
You feel like you're in your natural environment here.
I'm comfortable. I mean, Melmore's comfortable in
I
the
tell you
cave.
what. I'll summon a
mine?
tower sideways so that it punches all the rocks.
Melmore's comfortable in the mines. He's not uncomfortable here, but he can't
Seraph is
dig that
kind
out
of
of
freaking out a little bit. He doesn't like this at all.
I don't mind no caves. This cave seems really big because I'm so small.
You need me to cast calm emotions for you, sir? Just-
That would be fantastic.
Give you a minute of respite.
Yeah.
I'll use stillness of mind. I have that.
There you go. So what are you doing? Are you just gonna start digging?
We're just gonna.
I'm gonna go back and get the miners to help dig this out.
Okay. What are you gonna say to him?
I'm gonna say the captain of the militia or the guard has sent us down here to investigate this, and we need this cave opened back up. I mean, I'm a
you
captain
talking to
as
like
well,
the foreman guy, or are you talking to
I'm gonna
just?
talk to whoever's in charge of the miners
Okay.
down there.
He says, "Go ahead and make a persuasion check." He says, "Oh, fuck that! I'm not going down there. We get paid to dig here, and it's the same pay as if we were to do anything else. So I'm not sending any of my guys back in there. At
How does
least not
10
for
gold
free."
sound?
It says 10 gold to potentially fight a ghost.
Well, you don't have to fight the ghost. We'll fight the ghost.
50 gold per man.
Make a persuasion check with advantage because Melmore's trying to help you.
16.
50 gold, you say? Per person.
Per person.
For how long? How long? Just how long it takes, or
Yeah, that's how long it takes.
Well, I can ask around, but I can't make any guarantees.
Let's get it
So,
done.
He goes around and asks a few of the people, and he gets the guy who's aged. He agrees.
I'm surprised he would be the one to agree.
Well, he's pissed. He's like, well, I can make money. Now that I'm old, it's going to be hard to make money. He gets him and 3 others to agree. So they go there, and just 4 total. They start helping you dig it out. And it does
Elmore's
go
gonna
a
get out
lot
his pick
faster
and
with
help.
him helping.
Melmore's gonna get out his pick and help as well.
I don't own a
I'll
pick.
I'll
so-
do what I can with my hands, but
I'm sure there's an animal I can turn into. What about like a? Is there
Like
a
a
giant
forebear?
mole?
a badger mole.
Badger mole, yeah.
Oh, I'm
No
sure
mo-
we
no
can.
moles.
I'm sure we can get you guys picks if you want to help.
One, you have a tiny pick.
A giant badger. That'd probably do it.
Tiny pick.
Badgers are good diggers.
We need you guys to be on the lookout in case anything happens. That's all.
Now, are you
Alright,
digging
then.
this out like to where multiple people, like to the full what it was, or are you just digging it out to where a few of you can like get in 1 or 2
We
at
want
a
to
time?
we want to get in a path at least
Just a
2
little
people
five.
side by side can fit through.
Okay.
Doesn't have to be the entire cave, but
Alright,
safe
that will
enough that
take
it won't
A
cave in
little
on us.
longer, but that's doable.
Perfect. We'll pick up where the
Alright,
cave is
so
open.
yeah, it takes you. Well, I'll tell you how long it takes you next time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
we're
right.
past time.
Thanks for watching,
Yeah.
and
Yep.
we'll see you here same time next week, hopefully.
Oh,
Bye.
All right.
Bye.
See
Bye,
ya.
everyone.